Warning. Broken simulation. Broken simulation. With Sam Tripoli.
Welcome to Johnny Woodard presents Broken Simulation, starring Johnny Woodard. And come on now, come on.
Sam shot out of a cannon today, it seems like.
Feeling good, bro. I'm feeling good.
Feeling good, looking good, buddy.
Feeling good. I'm taking some of that stuff that's like black. It's like black lava stuff or black tar.
Shilajit?
No, Jiu-jitsu or whatever.
Shilajit?
Yeah, I'm taking that. I took a little today.
Shilajit.
Brought a lot of heat today. I've been asked to. Johnny, I got a new show, another new show.
Wait, another one other than the one you mentioned the other day?
I have a new show.
What is it?
It's going to be called Hands Up, and it's with my Zane Helberg is with a big production company.
Okay.
And they want me to just break down street fight videos.
This is so silly.
And it's only going to be 45 minutes of work. So it's like get in, get out. Bang, bang.
And you're planning. Okay. Let me just run down the list now. We know all the podcasts you already have, like 7. And you're talking about doing an X-Files thing where you watch X-Files with Ryan. And you're talking about doing a thing where you break down clips at your house of like conspiracies and.
Well, that's on my Rockfin account. Go to Rockfin.com.
They still are shows that take time to make, though.
No. These shows, like the shows that, like, so the fight show that I'm doing no work or showing up. I just show up and talk mad shit.
You're going to be so burned out.
Probably. Daddy needs cash, okay? Daddy needs cash.
I won't begrudge you that. If you're making money, do it.
I got to make money, bro. So anyways, I just got hired to my buddy Zane, who it goes on the road with me. By the way, looking like most likely Jackson's not going to happen.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I've
the whole
sold
show's gone, huh?
almost no tickets there.
That's weird. That's a weird place.
So we called the club. They're like, yeah, his act usually goes to this other club over on the other side of town. Meaning I'm a white guy.
I could tell by the voice you just did.
Yeah. Now, see here.
Yeah, now he usually goes on the other side of town.
Johnny,
That's
that
what
was
you
Johnny,
sounded like.
not Sam Tripoli.
That's what you
Johnny
sounded like.
did that bad impression.
That's what you sounded like.
Johnny's first big impression on the show.
Sounded like Amos and Andy.
Swinging a racist. That's what that was. Swinging a racist.
Your black voice.
That was not my black. That was
way
your
over
black
the top.
voice. Mine was like, yeah. Mine was cool. I did cool black voice.
Okay.
You did just escape the plantation black voice. So don't you even think that they are the same thing, dude. I did smooth black. You did free black.
Both of those were Sam, to be clear.
Okay, I did smooth black. You did free black. Okay, totally different. Totally different.
I was a free man.
No, that's a different one, okay? I did not do that voice. But the whole point is that we might be having to not call it a day. I don't know, man. I am really an idiot, and when I work, I'm a real idiot.
What do you mean?
I have
AIDS.
no.
ADHD.
I have
Tourette's.
can I say
Oh, yeah, sure, of course. Yeah.
I have
Within 10
belief in myself. Like, even in the face of all this adversity I've done, I have this retarded faith in myself.
But just not keep saying it, because I'm going to have to, it's the first 10 minutes, so I'm probably going to have to.
Beep those?
Yeah, beep the R
Okay.
word.
But I do have this
Here we go.
belief
Wait,
in
Do we
myself.
still have this? Hold on. Belief.
I have strength, belief in myself.
Strength. You have strength?
Yeah. I've retired. Oh, you forgot.
I didn't know
I have strength, belief in myself. All right. Like, I really believe in myself. And so I take on these missions impossible. Okay. And you know, we're going to do this club. I looked it up. It's like a black club. It's
Wait,
what we call urban.
Before you did it?
No,
Or
after
Okay.
I agreed to it.
Okay.
And I was like, why aren't I selling any tickets in this area?
Did the guy who booked you know that it was a black club?
It's his club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, like, I used to do we won't call them black clubs. We'll call them urban clubs. I used to do a lot of urban clubs when I moved to LA. Like, I would just want stage time.
Headlining?
Well, I'll get into that. So, like, I really didn't, I just want stage time so badly that I would just play anywhere.
Because if you like do it with Paul Mooney or something, then I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But
Well, back in the day, I loved going. My whole thing was like, I could perform anywhere, at any time. Now I'm like, even though I'm about to say
you
I
still
am,
can do it. It's just a matter of anybody's gonna be in the crowd to watch you perform.
No, it's not even that. But it's like things have definitely gotten a little bit more niche, let's say. There's more niche comedy. Like either you're super mainstream, talk about broad strokes on maybe real topics, right? That's why I think
nichier.
It's nichier. Not snitchier, nichier. It's more niche, right? I'm saying like unless you're doing very broad strokes, which I call pop comedy or mainstream comedy, that's that. But, I have a very specific type of stand-up where I like to be very honest about my life and my views.
And black people, they don't like to be honest
No,
about
a lot do, but it's very easy to find someone who does not like white people and they view me as white.
Oh yeah, and your cornerstone bit is that you like to be called the N-word in bed.
Yeah,
so
that probably doesn't fly there. Okay,
window,
they probably will love my love of hot black women, but they probably won't like my descriptions of the black chicks I like. Yeah. Okay. They probably won't like that. They probably won't like me talking about black people killing it in commercials. I mean, they don't mind.
If you played that room, if you did end up going, would you not do those things? Or
I would do it scientifically. I would do a whole bunch of comedy that's very relatable, get them on my side, then see what I can get away with.
I got it. Okay.
Right? My style, Johnny, have I told you my style of comedy?
Probably, but let's hear it.
It's called gator roll, okay?
Yeah.
My style is a gator roll. I kill the crowd like a gator kills its prey, which is I get it up top, very simple, like a nice, if I can get a nice new fart joke, that's a fun thing, a poop joke, something real simple everyone relates to, then start to slowly drag them into the murky, dark waters of, hey, I'm going to talk about everything that you're told comics aren't supposed to talk about. And I know that there's a lot of comics out there right now that are on the left. They're like, all these comics over 40, all they're talking about how they can't say anything and blah, 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 There's comics out there that I love that are like, oh, but there's consequences, which I'm like, yeah, you can't say anything. That's a consequence. But I believe that we should get to a point where you can make fun of everybody and then you could decide if it's this evil thing called hate speech, which is like, right? It's like such a broad term. It's like, what is hate speech? If a white person makes an observation on black people and you just don't like that white people are making observations on black people, is that hate speech? Or do you just not understand the difference between racial and racism? But if a black person says that exact same joke, do you accept it as just a funny observation, which is what white liberals do? It's my bit about oppression math, right? It's like they start doing math as they walk to the street. So I would go there. I would crush.
Oppression math is the death of comedy, by the way.
Yeah, 100%. Well, it's the death of comedy and this is what
you're thinking, right? If you're bringing that shit into it, it's like.
Well, no, what it is really, Johnny, is you're challenging. You're challenging the crowd to get out of their comfort
if the crowd
space.
is thinking, though, like if they're coming in doing that math,
dude,
like in the seat, it just takes them out of the moment.
Listen, dude, I mean, there's so many great comics out there that are playing huge crowds, and this is not about any one of them or anything, but in general, outside of maybe if you're like a guy that blew up off a podcast, right?
Yeah.
But if you're just a stand-up playing huge rooms, you're usually doing very mainstream comedy. And that doesn't mean you're bad. Doesn't mean I don't have respect for you. Let's take Fluffy, right? Fluffy's an amazing joke writer.
Yeah.
Like, to play Dodger Stadium, you have to reach a broad group of people. And those people will want to bring their parents and bring their kids. So you have to do more mainstream stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. Again, I'm not judging it. I just, part of me wishes I could do that. I'm just not that guy comedically. Comedically, I like to talk mad. I'm an outlaw. I like to burn shit down.
Don't we all?
And I never say stuff to be edgy, right? I never go.
Which we'll get into that later. People doing that.
There's a lot of that going on.
Yes.
I'm not that guy. Like, every joke I do is based in some kind of reality. And we'll get into that later because I just put up a joke on my new Instagram. And if you guys have a moment, if you can put in Sam Tripoli comedy in the Instagram, that's my new just stand up reels Instagram. I'm trying to play the game with.
Is that what that is? You're trying to kind of tell
Manipulate
Instagram what it is so that they don't
the algorithm. And I'm thinking about starting a podcast clips Instagram as well.
You don't worry that that's too many channels for people to follow?
Maybe, but I mean, my main channel is dead. It's just dead.
It's crazy because you have so many followers there, and it's just.
And I sent you that thing, right? Where I Googled Sam Tripoli Instagram, and if you go to my Instagram, it says I have 103 followers, but on this Google thing, it says what's that?
1,000. You said
103,000 followers, but on this Instagram, it says I have 107.
Yeah, it's strange.
It's totally strange, right? And it's just like I see Instagram deleting comments.
Yeah.
And it just sucks. Because at what point do you go, Instagram, you're losing money? This isn't working for you.
Well, I clearly that doesn't matter, losing money.
Right. You're totally right. And we get into this on Cash Daddies about, is ESG more profitable than selling products?
Profitable might not be the right word, but it's definitely, there are benefits to that outweigh profit, I would say.
So, Johnny, as you go on this journey that we've been on, and whether it's Tinfoil Hat or Cash Daddies or whatever, is there a part of you that goes based on like the stuff we've seen with all this woke brand stuff? Does a part of you go that maybe like the stock market is a Ponzi scheme?
Oh, for sure.
Like this Anheuser-Busch thing is the greatest example of how this could be a Ponzi scheme, right?
For sure.
Like their stock's going up while their sales is going down.
I mean, look at what AMC as a business was. They were a failed business, but because people were willing to buy that stock, they still exist now. They saved AMC. People just buying that stock, and that was not a good business for a long time.
Do you think that they will they'll have to keep the brick and mortar open?
What, AMC? You mean?
Yeah. To justify the stock?
AMC went, I think they're in a good spot now because what they did was, because they had that money during the pandemic, they went out and bought all these theaters for pennies on the dollar that were going out of business, and now they're as big as ever, I think. I mean, I think they're going to be okay if people keep going to movies and we don't have another.
Do you think people are going to go to movies?
Every time I go, but it's LA, I mean, to be fair, but every time I go, they're packed. So.
Oh, well, I went and finally saw John Wick.
That was good, wasn't it?
It was great. I mean, do you know how many words that Keanu Reeves said in that movie? And by the way, It is a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, at least 3 hours. Yeah.
Okay, no, it's like,
Is it like 30 something.
It's like 160 something minutes long.
249. Oh, okay. I thought it was like 310 for some reason. 249.
Yeah.
Long movie, though.
It's a long movie. It's a long...
It flies, though. I thought it flies.
It flies. I mean, listen, great movie. For guys, great movie, right? Great movie. Kill. And we'll get into all that. Do you know how many actual words Keanu Reeves said in that movie?
Not many, I would guess.
Do you know what the number is? And
Do you really know? Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know the specific. I saw the number. It's like 350.
That's funny.
Total words in an almost 3-hour movie.
That's so funny.
That's basically like
a 5th grade research paper. Huh?
Help me kill him. That's it. That's all he said. It was like he's the best looking caveman talk ever. Huh? Smash. Me hurt. That's
so good
it.
at that, though.
So Johnny, I started looking at this as a man, right? A man with children.
Okay. Looking at what?
Watching that movie as a man with children.
Uh-huh.
And there was part of me going, let's just say in some bizarre world, this is really happening, right?
Okay.
And we're watching this and we're like, you know what I started doing? I know I'm getting old because I started studying all the henchmen. And then I started giving them backstories that these guys are just like trying to pay their bills. Like the fat guy that the Asian chick dude, that guy just looked like he was hired that day to show up and just act like, just help out, right? We see, stand around, nothing's going to happen.
Numbers, right? Yeah.
It's going to be cool. We just need you to look like you're doing. The guy looks like he's like a recovering alcoholic, probably got a couple kids, finally got a job. Like things are working out and he shows up and now some Asian chick is like double standing. Like each one of those guys, has anyone anyone ever done the count on how many people died in John Wick?
Oh yeah, for sure. I saw it actually. There's a website that keeps track of all of that. John Wick kills an estimated 140 enemies in the movie all by himself.
Okay, so 140 people
Killed by him, just him.
just by John Wick. 140 people.
439 is the total. kill count.
439 people
crazy.
died on this guy's journey to
More,
freedom.
wait, hold on. More people died than words spoken by Keanu Reeves in
Dude,
this movie.
that's incredible. More people died than words spoken in John Wick.
That's unbelievable.
How crazy is that? And now here's the crazy thing. Each one of those 430 people, they had a story. They were someone's kid. They had hope. Maybe some guy was playing high school football, looked like he was going to go to college, blows his knee out, gets hooked on prescription medication, things are spiraling.
Gets in debt to the gang.
In debt to the gang. He can't pay off his bill. He can't pay off his drug debt. They ask him just to be a heavy. And then one day he just shows up and John Wick has decided to show up. And this poor guy who finally got sober, getting out of his own way, trying to help out, now gets taken out by John Wick. Sad.
Yes.
Dude, can we have a moment of silence for all the guys who are just trying to pay their bills that John Wick killed? This goes out to all the henchmen out there that just want to take care of their family, pay their bills, and now John Wick and his 380 words?
Yeah, that's what you said. I don't know.
Can you look up and see what it is?
By the way, how did you think? How did you like Yip Man in there, the Asian guy?
Well, I
that guy.
love that guy.
Me too. He's the best.
Yeah, he's got very sensitive gay Asian vibe, right? Sensitive.
Donnie Yen, right? Yeah.
Donnie Yen.
Yeah.
How old is Donnie Yen that he's doing those insane kicks?
He is 59.
59, bro. And he's doing those high kicks to the head.
I love him. I think
Dude,
he's the best.
is it IP Man? Is that
Yip
what?
Man is how you say it. But
Is
yeah,
Ip Man?
It's spelled IP Man, but in Chinese it's Yip Man. Apparently.
Yip Man. It's so funny. Everybody over here says IP Man.
I always said that too until I looked.
Ip
I bet.
Man.
I was like, I bet that's not it.
So Johnny, have we talked about this on the show about how the Chinese word for is the N word?
It's 380.
380.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. It was
Okay.
Like Naga or something.
So
like
what
that.
happens is, so I saw this fight on a train between a big angry black guy and a Chinese dude. And the black guy chokes out the Chinese guy. And I guarantee it's because he heard the Chinese guy saying but said the word.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, because I
mean,
remember we talked about this on here, and we went and listened to clips of just Chinese people talking. And
Yeah, and you
they
walk
say it
through
all the
China,
time,
you just hear N-bombs everywhere.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like,
it would be like if the word like was the N word in English. That's what it would be.
100%, dude.
So in Mandarin, it's Ip Man, and in Cantonese, it's Yip Man.
Yip Man?
Yeah. So
Dude, I
you can
prefer
say
Yip Man.
or Yip.
Yip Man scares you because it's like he haunts your nightmares and you can't pitch again, right? Oh, he's got Yip. He met the Yip
he's got
Man,
the
dude.
yips. Yeah, that's how
He showed up. The Yip Man showed up.
That's how you get the yips. Are we doing our moment of silence here? Let me see.
Yeah, let's have a moment of silence for the 400 and how many people died, Johnny?
400 and some people. 400 and some people.
We're going to have a moment of silence for the 400 and something henchmen who just wanted to pay their bills that day, take care of their family, connect with God.
Oh, I was going to let you go ahead.
Just pay their bills and connect with God. That's all they wanted. That's all they wanted to do was be a good man.
Anybody wants, yeah.
Make their kids proud. Yeah, they got weird hand and face tattoos. Probably too many tattoos on their necks. But they keep that to remind them of where they come from. How lost they were back in the day. And now they're found because they got God in their heart.
I know one guy, his daughter was so proud that he finally got a job.
Finally got a job. Didn't tell him what the job. Told her he was driving a taxi, and his daughter wouldn't know the difference. She didn't need to know that he was going to work for the local mob that just needed somebody to stand there and look menacing, right? He didn't know that the triad just needed one round eye to come and show up and help out for a little bit. And they said it was just Get in and get out. Real easy peasy pay, bro. And maybe there'll be a couple hot chicks dancing.
Just stand in the back. That's all I said I had to do. Just
yeah, and just
back.
like, dude, and the big boss, man, he could beat up everybody. Don't even worry about it.
We do this all the time. I've never fought once.
Never fought once in my life.
I show up to these meetings all the time. Nobody ever fights us. We
Nobody's
just go
cool.
home. We look tough and go home.
Bust off a little bit for you, make a little side cash.
At most, you'll have to like knee some guy in the gut for not paying the money on time, and then he'll go back in the back and get money out of his safe and pay us.
Yeah,
that's it. It's not dangerous at all.
Get in, get out.
Most of these guys are nerds.
Real fun, good times. Time to go. Thank you very much, and you'll be home in time for dinner.
But who's that guy over there with the beard and the long hair? Like,
who's that guy? Why is he so?
He looks like John Wick. Dude.
Why does he look so angry? And how skinny is that suit?
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things about those movies is that they just decided that you can make a suit bulletproof, and it adds so much action to the movies.
Okay, end the sad music right now. Okay, we're the only people ever to show a shout out to the Henchmen. They deserve it, man. You died for no reason. Okay, you died for no. We could have worked it out.
Could have worked it out.
Right? Coulda, shoulda, woulda. So Johnny, the biggest problem I had with that movie is how it just completely suspended like any belief at all in any way. Like,
yeah, that makes no sense. Yeah.
Well, first of all, like John Wick falls like floors, three floors, bounces off a car, and then somehow runs off.
A giant dent in the car,
and then off.
Which I will say, we did have that story on the news like 3 weeks ago where that guy fell off the third floor, crushed the car, and just hopped right up. So
yeah, I mean,
possible, I guess. But
I guess it is
unlikely,
possible, right?
Unlikely.
And then the notion that the bullets. Like the only places these now the question is, when you hire a henchman, Johnny, are you like, hey, do you know how to shoot a gun? Or do you just assume you look like you've murdered people, you probably know how to shoot a gun? It's never going to come up.
If you've got you got a pair of golden guns with scorpions on them, I'm going to assume you know how to shoot.
Dude, you have the weird Hot Wheels flame on your hand. I'm assuming you know how to shoot a gun. Yeah. Right? I'm assuming you know. You have barbed wire on your bicep. I'm assuming you know how to shoot a gun.
I can tell you, based on John Wick 4, that is an incorrect assumption.
Yeah, that is the worst assumption.
That is not right.
And that assumption got a bunch of crime bosses killed.
Absolutely, it did. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The assumption that just because a guy looks like a badass, he knows how to shoot a gun. And by the way, if you do know, let's say you don't know how to shoot a gun, but somehow you get lucky enough to shoot the gun, and you shoot him towards his torso, right? And it doesn't work. Might you think about hitting him in the head, trying to get a headshot? Nobody.
It's like that scene in Dumb and Dumber where they remember at the end where they put the body armor on him, and he goes, "What if they shot you in the head?" And he turns to the woman from the outside.
But what if he shot you in the face?
And she goes, "That was a chance we were willing to take." That's Keanu, man. He's just nobody's thinking about shooting him in the head.
Nobody. So he falls down floors, gets up.
That is training, though. If you think about it, that is how they teach you to go center mass. Like, so all these guys, if they're really well trained, they would be aiming center mass.
Right, and then you'd see, he's got bulletproof skinny.
You're dead by then. When your brain gets to that point, you're like, oh, he's got a bulletproof skinny suit
you're
on.
Gone.
You're dead.
Keanu kills you.
Yeah.
Okay, Johnny, good point.
Dude, there was some of the greatest action choreography in that movie. Like when he got those incendiary rounds in that shotgun, like was shooting fire out.
Yeah.
And they did that overhead shot.
Which was a video game shot,
right?
right?
It was amazing. Oh, yeah, it was amazing.
Do you remember, look up the game. Can you look up the game Gauntlet? For any of you who's a little bit older, there was a great game called Gauntlet. And it was like you would watch from the top, like Blue Elf needs food badly. It was like can you put that? Yeah, put in Blue Elf. Blue Archer needs. Is that it? Oh yeah, that's it, bro. So this is basically what whoever did that shot basically played Archer. This game, right? It's the best. Look at that.
We used to really put up with some shitty graphics, didn't we?
Bro, dude, look at. Well, you want to see the shittiest?
Oh, dude, I had an Atari, bro.
Look up Atari Football, the original.
Yeah, I remember.
Can you look that up?
How about Tank? Do you remember that game? Atari
Oh yeah,
Tank?
oh yeah, dude.
It was
Oh,
just
yeah.
like four cubes was your tank with
Dude,
a little piece
it
of.
was so hilarious. And they were like, bro, wait till you see what we came up
Look at
with. Look at that, dude.
And the sound, I remember these sounds so
Look at
well.
that. That means you died. Look at that.
Remember the sounds, dude? I remember these sounds.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Look at. Look at that.
Dude, look at those graphics. I mean,
Dude, and we loved it, Johnny.
Just the
Johnny, will you look up Atari football? It's the most
didn't have that one.
hilarious thing ever.
I didn't have Atari football.
Where'd you see this, dude? No, the other one.
Not
The other
ready.
one.
Okay.
That one. This we couldn't believe what we were doing. Look at this. Look at this. This is it. Look at that. That's it. Look at that. That's you running. Running.
What the hell is happening?
Oh yeah, he just got tackled. Watch. Here we go. He's running. He's on the outside. Oh my God, he broke it open. And he doesn't know where he's going. He's trying to go the wrong way.
What is happening?
Now he got tackled. That was it, Johnny.
Oh,
We
man.
basically played with Ghost. We played Ghost football. That's what it was. If you're at home and you're listening to this, you don't know. There's a square, and that is the ball. On one side is red ghost-looking things. The other side is
Your blockers are doing a terrible job.
they're the worst.
Or are you trying to throw it to them?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. Right. I'm trying to throw.
Oh, it's so. I mean, how can you even know what's happening?
Johnny, don't worry about it. We figured it out.
So funny. I was a little kid, had a little Atari. That was my first game system.
That was the
My
best.
dad's hand-me-down Atari.
Yeah, that was the best. How old's your dad?
He is 60 something.
Okay, so yeah, he got that. I remember, dude. I remember when we got the video game, all my friends would just come over and play video games all day, and it pissed me off because all they would tell me is like, when we get a video game, we're not going to allow you to play. And I was like, well, then why are you playing my video games? And then I would like kick them out. My mom would be like, just let them play. See, my dad grew up really poor.
Yeah, mine
So
too.
he always had a soft spot for kids and particularly broke kids. Did I already tell
My
you
dad's
that?
the exact same way. Yeah.
Dude, these kids stole my bike. They stole my bike.
Yeah, you told us this. Yeah, and your dad was like,
My dad's like, give them the bike. Just give us back because I had these really thick spokes and I win every spoke war.
yeah, you tried to explain the spoke wars to me. I remember, and I was like,
That's
what
where
the-
you just
what
show up and you just like be fighting with your steering wheel.
Never
And
heard
I
of
had these big metal ones and I was like, dude, they were
You
literally.
say you would like wreck other people's bikes? That's
Oh
the
yeah,
point?
dude, just bang, bro. And they had dented
Did they
spokes.
bring you the wheels back at least?
No, they were just like, dude, that's not cool, and they drive off.
No. I mean, when your dad said to at least bring the spokes back,
Yes,
did they?
gave me back the
wheels,
wheels.
just
Yeah,
not the bike.
not the bike.
That's so funny. So they admitted to stealing it.
Yeah,
They were just like,
and my dad just had a soft spot for
my
him.
dad's the same way. Yeah.
He's like, okay, you obviously your parents suck. They didn't buy you a bike.
My dad, yeah, he used to. I mean, he felt, oh god, he would like mentor kids and like, you know, not technically mentor them, but like people who need money and stuff. He would always like loan them money and never get it back. If you loan people money, you're just never getting it back.
Yeah,
what
I
mean?
agree,
You gotta
dude.
assume that.
I agree.
And he was good about that though. He just assumed he was never going to get it back, but yeah, he had a real soft spot for kids from shitty homes because his
got a
dad was.
real soft spot for the children.
I feel bad, dude. I got a picture of my dad as a kid on my wall, and I just think about all the shit he had to go through, and it just breaks my heart every time I look at it. Every time because he's just this kid full of hope at like 4 or 5.
Well, you know what's
with a
really
big smile.
interesting is like your dad's generation was just after my dad's generation, but they definitely changed the way we raise children. Because my dad's generation got the shit kicked out of them.
Yeah.
And then they were like, I'm not doing that. And now a lot of people don't beat their kids.
My dad's probably similar to your dad though, because the South is on like a pause. You know, we're a little bit behind the rest of the country.
Yeah.
So probably that's
well,
why.
that's why I've sold 15 tickets in fucking in Jackson.
They aren't ready yet. for
Right?
Sam Tripoli.
Hey guys, it's Johnny, and I'm going to try to sound super professional right now because if your business earns millions or tens of millions of dollars in revenue, you should stop what you're doing and take a listen. because NetSuite by Oracle has just rolled out the best offer we've ever seen. NetSuite gives you the visibility and control you need to make better decisions faster. And for the first time in NetSuite's 22 years at the top of the heap in cloud financial systems, you can defer payments of a full NetSuite implementation for 6 months. That's no payment and no interest for 6 months, and you can take advantage of this special financing today. Again, this is a never before seen offer, and you just can't underestimate the power of having all the information in one place to make better decisions. 33,000 companies have already upgraded to NetSuite, gaining visibility and control over their financials, inventory, HR, e-commerce, and more. If you've been sizing up NetSuite to make the switch, then you know this deal is unprecedented. No interest, no payments. Take advantage of that special financing offer at netsuite.com/broken. Again, that's netsuite.com/broken to get the visibility and control you need to weather any storm. netsuite.com/broken.
So anyways, Johnny, I am obviously back into jiu-jitsu. I've been taking it regularly, really enjoying it. I take it at 10th Planet Van Nuys. I love the school. Everybody that goes there is really cool. There are giant Mexicans. Like grizzly bear Mexicans, like giant Mexicans. I mean, I get shot.
The guys that Trump warned us about. Yeah.
I mean, these dudes are.
But we have some bad hombres here.
Johnny, let's be honest. How many times you see 6'3" Mexicans?
No.
Multiple at this place. They all showed up. It's like Mexican Nephilims just running around. Just biblical Mexican Nephilims.
Did you get the sense that they were preparing for something like a?
No, but it's a beginner's class, and so I have to, Johnny. I have to time when I do jujitsu and Krav Maga. Because what I've learned is I can't do jujitsu and then the next morning do Krav Maga because my legs are dead. Johnny, when I'm telling you I have dead legs, if I do, my goal is to try to do 3 nights of jujitsu and 3 days of Krav Maga.
Where do you have all the time for this? And you take care of your kids, and you're doing 12 podcasts now.
I'm afraid to be still. And then when I sit down, Dana yells at me because I don't talk to her because I make a living talking. It's kind of like the story where I heard a guy dated this porn star and she's like, I don't want to have sex. I'm sore. It's like, I get it. I get it.
Oh, no. Poor fella.
Poor fella.
That's rough.
Right? That's
why you date a porn star.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you think,
you
right?
You think you know all kinds of little secrets and tricks and stuff.
By the way, guys who date porn stars all look like Red Band.
Yeah.
They all look like Red Band. They have a hat on. They look a little unhealthy. They love computers. And the difference between a porn star...
I'm starting to get offended, Sam. Okay.
Yeah, 100%, Johnny. Oh, you're like, bring back Naughty Show. Bring it back.
Yeah, hey, dude. I think a lot of people would love to bring back the Naughty Show. Let's be honest.
It just doesn't have a place anymore because it's everywhere. Like all the stuff these guys are doing now.
It's got a place in my heart.
Dude, I lost.
Your mind.
Dude, Johnny, this YouTube channel that is dead isn't my original YouTube channel. My original YouTube channel, I was doing Naughty Show videos. And crushing, dude. I mean, we were getting like 100,000, 200,000 views on these Naughty shows where I would do make sketches with adult film stars in. Gone!
Dude, look at the old Punch Drunk channel. If you go back to some of our old videos, like those clips, highlights I put together, 200,000, 300,000 views. If I post a Punch Drunk there now, like 1,000 people will see it.
Yeah.
They just completely annihilated it.
Well, I mean, it goes back to what I was just talking about. And I'm going to be like, again, there's people still giving me shit about having a blue check mark on Twitter when they don't realize how illiterate I am.
No, I'm keeping it because it's been proven that they are giving people more views that pay for that.
Well, that's what the guy who edits my thing. He goes, yeah, you're getting more views because you're paying for the blue check mark. I go, but I'm paying for the editing. I'm not paying.
Right, but that's... To me, that's what this is a business, we're trying to get views.
Yeah.
To get the word out about our shit. Of
yeah.
course.
I mean, now, are you worried about this new chick from the WEF?
Yes. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking a wait and see approach because I still think she really answers to Elon. I think it's just he had to put somebody in to kind of
appease everybody.
The advertisers, really, because he needs the advertisers to come
Yeah.
back. The institutional advertisers left when he took over because they were worried about, what do they call it, brand integrity or whatever. They don't want their ads appearing next to the N-word.
She said that she thinks advertisers should be able to dictate content that's on the thing.
Yeah, that was such a weird sort of cuck video that he put out where he had that interview with her. She was kind of like, "Are you gonna try to not to tweet so much after 3 a.m.?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I guess I won't tweet so much."
Yeah, it's just so annoying. You're like, "Hey, bitch, I'm a billionaire. What are you?"
Yeah, I could buy and sell
It's just unbelievable.
a dozen times.
If you hadn't already hit the wall.
Yeah, but I do think there's no way that guy let somebody take over that's not answering.
Well,
to him.
again, it goes down to the fact that somebody spent $44 billion on and it's brilliant because you're starting to see the video aspect of Twitter coming along. They're moving it along slowly. I don't know.
That Tucker thing's going to be huge.
What?
The Tucker thing's going to be huge.
Yeah, but
video.
how do they afford the bandwidth? That's the question.
Well, that's what, and you can tell it's a problem because whenever you upload a video, they try strongly to encourage you not to upload it in 1080p. They want you to upload it in 720. They're like, 720 is fine for most people. That's what it says at the bottom. And I'm like, okay. So they are worried about bandwidth. But I think they'll figure it out. YouTube did. I think you just need to scale. And once the advertisers come back, and especially once they figure out a way to monetize the videos, they'll be all right.
So I've been going back, doing jiu-jitsu, now we're doing live rolls, and they have me roll with, honestly.
Well, that's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, it's fun. And now here's the thing about jiu-jitsu is that it's and Eddie says it's the only sparring you could do full force.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, dude. When you actually can implement something, it's really nuts, and it's really gets you excited. And like when somebody taps, it's the greatest thing ever. I'm trying to get this bat move going.
Bat move?
Yeah, it's where you get like them from the side, and you there's a move called over under.
Okay.
Where it's like you reach under them, you grab their arm, and then your arm comes the other way and grabs.
You reach around is what you.
Yeah,
say.
it's also like this is called a seatbelt. Okay, this is called a seatbelt.
Reach around.
This is how. Yeah, this is a reach. Listen to me. You gotta suspend all homoerotica from jiu-jitsu. You're in a dude's fucking grip. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. That's why if you ever have fear of going to prison, take jiu-jitsu, because you're gonna be like, I need to get out of this position real quick. That
is, yeah. I'm going to try to avoid prison at all costs.
So you should take jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Or just not go to prison.
So it's like, I'm working really hard on doing both, because jiu-jitsu is great chess. It's really good for fights go to the ground. Krav Maga it's basically Grand Theft Auto martial arts. It's like you're in a bad spot. It's a zombie apocalypse. You got to get out of there. Now, Krav Maga is the one art that's like, just get out. Right?
No holds barred.
Like it's why it's not used. You never see anyone in the UFC say Krav Maga, because Krav Maga is not a combat sport martial arts.
I got it. Yeah.
Krav Maga is, I will scratch your eyes and rip your dick and watch me run.
Mostly
cheating.
Stuff that wouldn't be legal.
Most of the stuff they would call cheating.
Yeah.
And that's why I love it. Here's what I've learned. I take forever to learn everything.
Okay.
Like I've just decided once I shoot my special, I'm done. I'm going to start recording my sets. I never record my sets.
Oh, really?
I don't even write down my jokes.
That's so interesting.
But then
Do you remember them well?
Listen, I've been listening to my old special, and there's little words I get wrong here and there. Like I go, hey man, I got pulled over by an Indian cop, but it sounds like I say cops. I got pulled over by an Indian cop, but I slur it at the end, so it sounds like cops.
Yeah. But wait, I'm surprised that you don't. So you don't even review your stuff?
No, I can't even watch our.
Is it because it's uncomfortable?
Yes.
Okay.
I hate listening to myself.
That makes sense.
And then I'm so critical. I'm so critical of myself. Like a couple of these tinfoil hats I've done, I'm like, am I even doing well in this interview? I can't even tell.
Yeah, it's funny. Sam, after interviews and after even ad reads, it's just so hard on himself, needlessly, I would say. It's like, dude, I wasn't good there. Oh, I fucked up that question. Oh, and I mean, a lot of it's just, you doing your negative thing. But
yeah, I mean, but sometimes I feel like they'll say something, then I'll be like, what did he? I don't even know what he just said there.
Well, yeah, but sometimes we have people that just talk kind of in riddles. I mean, that happens.
Yeah. So I just beat myself up for sure. For sure. So it's gonna take me forever to get pretty far in jiu-jitsu, but I don't care. But so I get in these Mexican grizzly bears, and they're the nicest people, dude. Everybody is. I'm just telling you, these are giant Mexicans, and it's all Mexicans. It's like me and a white chick and one other white guy.
Why is it so many Mexicans? Is that because of the area? Or
yeah, I think it's Van Nuys. Oh, okay. And probably Eddie Bravo too. And I'm not pointing it out as a negative. It's all they're all great.
Just a quirk.
They're cool. It's just a weird quirk. And
was your other place that you went before, was it heavily Mexican?
I look back, yeah.
It was, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's Los Angeles. But they're nice.
Yeah,
but let me tell you something. Jiu-jitsu, martial arts people, nicest people, dude. But jiu-jitsu people are great. But man, I got in this. He's like, okay, so like the instructor will pair us up, which I like because I used to go back to my I'd be in martial arts classes and I'm like, oh, nobody wants to work with me. I'd be standing there by myself.
See,
he pairs everybody up.
Fuck me up, yeah.
With comparable size. And now you realize why there's weight classes, okay? So this I mean, dude, this guy had to be 6'3".
You got paired up with a guy
Yeah,
who's 6'3"?
well, yeah. So what we were doing was we were trying to get out of being them having our back. Okay, so we're trying to get out of it, and there's different ways of doing it. You can push down the foot. That they got hooks, your keys to get out of the hooks, and then kind of swim out in a weird way, right? So this Mexican guy. Clank, 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 clank. I just 3 minutes. I'm like, come on.
Like a turtle trying to get out of your shell. It's just,
I'm going nowhere, bro. This guy has me on lockdown, bro. And I'm just going, this is why we got weight classes, dude. Like, he locked me down. I'm like, oh, man, what am I going to do if I like some big dude? That's what I'm telling you. I'm just here to fight little people.
That's so funny.
It's crazy, bro. But it's like you listen to really great jiu-jitsu artists. They're like, dude, jiu-jitsu is meant for little people to take on big people. You just got to figure out how to do it. And it's crazy, but I love it, bro.
Just don't let anybody get their hands on you. That's the lesson I've learned from that. What you just said.
Yeah, don't. Especially if they're giant Mexican grizzly bears.
Stay away.
They're just huge dudes. Everybody, all the other Mexicans are getting smaller. These guys are like Nephilim.
Aim for the head. That's what I've learned from this lesson today. It's just shoot first, ask questions later.
So Johnny, do we have? I have other stories. We'll get into that in a few, but
we have so many things.
Okay.
You want to do calls?
Yeah, we'll do some calls. Okay. And by the way, guys, just because we're taking calls on urban legends doesn't mean we don't like a good atrocities. And we
still get some. We've been getting a lot lately.
As much crap as we give Mark was nice enough to hit me up and go, I will keep a track of calls of the years. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you.
We're never going to use it.
So I'm going to tell you, just so you know what I have to deal with Mark, right? So Mark does a great job most of the time. Sometimes he's fully retarded, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I go to Mark Steves. Sam, so hey, this guy, bang, we're dealing on who I'm getting on. I had this guy called the Blue Collar Spiritualist on my podcast. He's great. He's like this he's a totally tall guy. He works in the tunnels of New York, and we had a real great conversation.
The Blue Collar Spiritualist.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. There's a couple of them, but not spiritualist. But there's like the Blue Collar Mystic. There's the Blue.
He's the same guy that.
No, these are different guys.
Are they like connected?
No, but they have a common theme in that they're just like hardworking, regular Joes who go to work, put on their hard helmets, put in their time.
They know each other. All these
no, they're different people. Okay. So So Mark was booking this guy. I thought it was a different guy. He booked the right guy. So then he goes, no, it's a different. He goes, how was the blue collar spiritualist? I go, awesome. Next day, right?
Yeah.
Next day, I get this text from Mark. Sam, please call me. Sounds like an emergency, right?
Oh, big time. Yeah.
Sounds like an emergency, right? So I'm a busy man. I'm about to have my 8th show. Okay? And each one of these shows has some premium content involved with it, okay?
Right.
All right? I'm a busy man.
Yeah.
Sam, please call me. Okay. Is it guest canceling? Is something going on?
Is Mark sick?
Is one of these podcasts out there that's clout chasing, talking smack again?
Has Mark been poached by Rogan?
Yeah, no. Tommy G is the
okay.
Tommy G is the guy who loves
course,
to take people from my, which is fine. Yeah. I don't care. I'm joking. It's fun.
Just a little offended, honestly, that I haven't gotten a call. I have to be honest.
Now I bet you will. Now you're like, I didn't know, bro. I can always use another board guy.
So funny.
I'm surprised Howie hasn't been poached. Yeah,
I mean, I think we almost did. Maybe.
Yeah,
wasn't he doing something for like March Madness with him?
Yeah, which I'm fine with as long as everybody's making money. I don't care. I really don't care. The only person
No, we're just joking.
The only person I can't stand is Dave Anthony because he's just like
he's a dick.
Yeah, he's a dick, and he's like a phony.
He got Chad Zumach canceled.
He was the beginning of Chad Zumach getting canceled. And it was just like do you know that Al Magical wanted to make me part of the board of ATC originally, and I know who nixed that.
Dave Anthony.
Oh, of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Magical wants you to be on the board. That's fascinating.
Yeah, at the beginning, yeah, for sure.
And then he got to know you.
No, and then then Anthony, I know nixed it. So I have Mark. Mark is like, Sam, please call me. Sounds urgent.
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw immediately call Mark. Well, did somebody cancel? Is something going on? No, dude. I just wanted to make sure you called me quickly. I go, what? He goes, I know that's how I get a hold of you if I act like there's an emergency.
Are you joking?
No. Like, that's what I do. I mean, this guy.
That's so shitty.
This dude.
That's like paging somebody back in the day, like 911 and your number, you know, and you're like, oh shit, 911.
Yeah.
Like,
and then
you're
like, no, someone goes 911. You're like, oh my god, my wife's calling me. What? No, let's flip it because it would never be the wife. Let's say you're a woman at work. Your husband hits you with 911. You go, what? What? Is kids okay? No, where's the ketchup?
What did he have to talk to you about?
I don't even know. I can't even remember what it was.
That unimportant. Mark, come on, dude. That's shitty. I wouldn't even do that.
Oh, this is what he called. He goes, forgot to ask, is Ass Napkin Ed still alive? Who? I don't even know who that is.
That's a guy from the Stern Show. Why would you know about him?
I don't know.
That was this guy on the Stern Show who famously would stuff napkins in his ass because he like had leakage, I think, or something like that. They called him Ass Napkin Ed, but that's so strange that he would ask you about
Why
that.
would he ask me about that?
I don't know.
I don't even know,
he was a whack packer. All those whack packers are dying, it seems like.
Dude, so that was the story of Mark.
That's funny.
It's just crazy.
I will say you're bad at texting people back though.
You're bad at texting people.
I get why he felt
You're bad.
the urge to
You're
to
bad.
cheat. And you've done this thing now where so you got a second phone for social media to control your social media. But what you've done is just started carrying around your second phone exclusively.
Not
anymore. What, 2 days ago, I was trying to reach you on the other phone for an important business thing. And I was like, Sam, I need to talk to you. And I could see you were tweeting while I was texting you. So then I text you on the social media phone. You didn't reply there either, by the way. But then you finally got back to your other phone and said, oh, sorry, dude.
Are you saying I Bert Kreischer'd you?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
About important business.
That's ridiculous.
It was very important business.
So, Johnny...
money.
I try to leave my phone at home, and when I'm on my social media phone, I usually have my other phone somewhere else because I'm doing all my social media tweets and shit.
That doesn't make sense.
I know.
Okay, as long as you own it. Okay. I just want to. We're gonna try to call this guy right here.
Okay, real quick before you do that, Gas Digital, who we love.
Oh, are you doing a promo? Because I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah, you can go pee.
I have to pee so bad.
Gas Digital has just announced that the 6 half-hour comedy specials that they're shooting for YouTube are coming out. And I'm going to be honest with you, I love all of them. And I'm a huge Luis Gomez fan. I love what he's doing, and I love this that he's doing. I would have loved to have been a part of it, but that's just not how it works out. So but I will tell you, I have no problems with anybody they picked. So the people the six that they picked are Rich Voss, love Rich Voss. Kurt Metzger, love Kurt Metzger, great writer. Luis J. Gomez, infatuated with him. Dave Smith, infatuated with him. Colin Terrell, love him, even though he thinks I'm a crazy person. And this is the person that I honestly believe that is going to blow up so big. And I think she's the future. You know, the last person I called the future was Taylor Tomlinson. Even Money. The people I've called Even Money in my life, Gerard Carmichael, Tiffany Haddish, Taylor Tomlinson. What? I even was telling people Chris D'Elia was Even Money as well. All of them blew up. I think Jordan Jensen is Even Money. I watched her crush so hard that I saw a comic, I will not say their name, fake leaving the room because they didn't want to follow her. That's how badass Jordan Jensen is. So congratulations to everybody that they decided to give half an hour specials to. I love all them. They're all great guys. And, you know, once again, Gas Digital is proving why they're so important to comedy.
Good for them.
I do. I just think Gas Digital is what I believe Death Squad should have been. And unless you have somebody who is so focused like a Luis J. Gomez, and not that Luis J. Gomez is the only person that is responsible for Gas Digital blowing up, but
you need somebody with a singular sort of focus.
He just gets it, bro.
No, totally.
Luis J. Gomez fucking gets it.
Yeah.
And this is why all these specials are going to be so great. And I know Luis J. Gomez and Kurt Metzger had like some weird shit, but like Gomez gets it, bro. And like he nailed all these guys. So super happy for all of them.
He nailed all those guys?
No, well, yeah, he nailed them hard. He looks like he takes jiu-jitsu. He knows how to take the top, bro. He knows how to take the top. So let's get into...
At least we know how you get a special at Gas Digital.
Yeah, for sure.
You've got mail.
Hey, what's up? Is that Timothy?
Yes, sir.
What's up, dude? It's John and Sam.
Hey, dude.
Hey.
What's
Hey,
up?
man.
Okay,
Welcome to the show, bro.
Hey, man. Thanks for inviting me.
Man, do you like the show?
Yeah, it's a cool show, man.
Thank you. You sound not excited about talking to us at all. I'm like, hey, man, we're going to make this guy's dreams come true.
Bye.
He's going to talk to one of
I'm
his
shy,
favorite.
man.
Oh, it's all good, dude. We're only kidding. And I'm very insecure. So, it's all good.
Don't beat up.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. So, Johnny, what are we going to do? Are we going to introduce this proper? Can you properly introduce the gentleman, and then we'll get into it?
Hey, Timothy, so you left a voicemail. That was great.
So let's do this. Let's do a proper introduction.
So could you just tell us the story that you told in your voicemail, and then we're going to go through what you sent me, the video and photos.
So, Johnny, why don't you introduce the guest?
I already did. This is Timothy. He called with a voicemail, like I said twice already. Timothy, just tell me what you said in the voicemail. Tell us the story.
Basically, my wife and I, we hike a lot, and we like to do that.
Yeah.
We got to this trail in Tallahassee, South Carolina, Leafs Falls Trailhead. Normal hike, super normal, going through the woods, beautiful streams and shit. And then we get to this field, and we get this weird feeling. We go through it, and we go through the woods. We get super disoriented, and that's not like us. I mean, real quick. And stuff starts getting spinny. And we're like, I grab her hand, I take her down the water, put our feet in the water, and come to. And then everything's fine. And we finish the trail. We come back, the parking lot's empty except for our car and this weird truck, like next to our car.
Timothy, this is a question I had in your voicemail.
Timothy.
Had there been people in the parking lot when you left?
Yes, when you hit the trailhead, yes.
Okay.
There's people. There's a lot of people.
Okay, and then you get back, and it's just you and this truck.
Just me and the truck, and this is a place probably fit about 30 vehicles.
Wow. Okay.
So everybody's gone except for the two of you.
And him and his girl and the truck.
Yeah. That truck was not there when we got there. Either.
Okay, dude, that's creepy.
Well, he's not even there yet. Go ahead, Tim.
So like, we start walking up, and I get like this cautious feeling. And I look over, and I see something, and it's a person, like their hands and their arms rested on the wheel of the car with their head down on their arms and their hands. And we get in the car, and I'm like, we both say at the same time, did you see that? And there was this doll, like life-size, like doll next to it in like a cheerleading uniform. We were like, yeah, we described it. This thing is in the radio is playing this like old gospel like sermon. This dude just yelling like Jesus, like that, and then it goes into the hymns. And I'm like, whoa! And I get my camera out to film to kind of look because it's weird, man. It's weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and she's like, oh shit, it's moving. And I look over, and as I'm recording and picturing it, it's leans back, drops its arm, and then its one arm like curls through the steering wheel like a snake, and then grabs it, in which you see the picture there.
Okay, we're gonna show Okay, now I got two videos here. Here's the first one. Let's just see what this is. There's that tapping.
Moving. It's moving all of us.
So there, see, this is the truck here, Sam. And he's trying to record it without being noticed.
So serious.
While eating hard-boiled eggs. So, are you?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Dude,
we try to keep it clean, man.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. That's great. Okay, so you can't really catch much of it there. Here's another video. The photos are where it's at, but let me just, I want to, just so you can kind of get the vibe of what's going on here.
In a hand front that way, it's not fake.
The fuck?
Tim.
So you can kind of
What
see
is that?
No clue.
You can hear the preaching, though. It's really loud. So, okay, look at these pictures, Sam. This is bizarre, dude. Okay, well, you sent me a picture now that is just kind of like a glitched out thing. What is that?
So we get back to the hotel, and we're like kind of still talking about it. She goes through her pictures. She put her phone in her jacket pocket.
Yeah.
The top jacket pocket. It was in the pocket. She starts going through her phone, and she sees these pictures that were taken when we were walking, and we were starting to get dizzy.
Oh, weird.
That's one of the pictures. You could see her leg in the corner, and it's all glitched out.
Okay. Strange. That's really strange.
What is that?
Well, look at this shit, Sam. This is the trail. Now here's a picture of the trail. I see it. Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's just.
You guys are getting some nature.
It looks like the beginning of the Blair Witch Project, when they first head off into the forest.
Yeah.
It felt so weird there. Felt so weird in that when we stepped in that
and
field.
You do that all the time?
Okay, and so we're getting,
all the time.
You can see here.
Ooh, what is that?
And now here it is blown up a little bit. Check this out, dude.
Now
look at the hand, the way it's twisted around, like he said, like a snake around the steering wheel.
Oh my god!
Look at that.
Fingers? Okay,
that's the thumb or and the weird hand, and it's like
it goes
gone
like
through the steering wheel.
Okay,
and
what
up
you
and
guys
around.
can't see if you're listening is that it kind of looks like a graph plateau where it goes up and then, dude, literally. It just
nobody's arm
plateaus
twists that way. Yeah.
So like if you did your elbow, right? Imagine if your elbow was in the middle of your forearm, right?
Yeah.
But your hand is up. Yeah. You have an elbow, then you have a forearm elbow that went straight down. So it goes up, takes a hard turn to another plateau, and then your hand goes up and grabs the steering wheel.
It's like the stock market right now. Basically.
Yes. It looks like a chart.
Oh, it's so weird, man. It's like some shit from The Exorcist.
That is really, and if you look in the background, Johnny, you can see the cheerleading thing.
Yeah, the cheerleader outfit. Did this face, the face of this person, did it ever move, look at you, anything like that?
No, not at all, man. I got out of there
What is that?
because I was
Do you see
not.
that? What is that? Is that something hanging from the? What is that? That's weird. Like
What
a weird
is
horse
that?
or something, like hanging from the. Oh, that's strange. But look at the weird fingernails, dude. Look at the weird fingernails.
Is it possible that this isn't even a person?
You know what it reminds me of is those shapeshifters we hear about in what part of the world is this, Tim?
This is like northern South, like northwest South Carolina, Georgia to Massey, South Carolina.
What, like up near Greenville?
Oh,
up that area?
dude.
Like the cliffs and all that
Past
shit?
Greenville.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, past Green, Clemson, kind of in that area.
All right. So yeah, that's the country proper. Okay.
And
Oh, yeah.
your wife said he was moving, right?
It's a nice area.
Yeah, you could see it start leaning back in that video.
Whoa!
You can see it a little.
Here's another picture.
Yeah.
Whoa!
And its arms
Oh, it's
were
so
not like that.
Oh, it's so strange, dude. Let's just.
It was leaning on his hands, the top of its hands and its arms when we walked past it, like on the steering wheel.
Oh, this one's really sharp here. This image.
That's really.
And you can see that thing hanging there, like a weird horse thing, like a demon horse hanging.
No clue.
Because you could also be like, this is just a mannequin. But then she saw it move.
Yeah, if it's moving. We got to go back to the video and just kind of slow it down a little bit. Okay, this other picture is pretty much the same. Let's see. All right. Let's just blow this up. This is crazy, Tim. Now, when you saw it, did you get any weird feelings when you were looking at this thing?
Yeah, it was my hair stood on the back of my neck.
Okay,
Yeah, but I don't feel like that often. It's not a good feeling.
Dude, that is super.
All right, we're gonna.
Now,
side by
did
side.
you ever leave? Or did they
What?
leave first? You leave first?
Oh, no, we left. I was driving away. Yeah, I left, man. It was super weird. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I left. We left. I wasn't gonna mess around.
Oh,
with
there it moved.
Did it?
Yep. It's moving, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was wild. Never experienced anything
see
like
it?
that.
Yeah.
It moves.
Oh, it's so weird, bro.
That
That's
is
so
really creepy.
What time of year was this?
This was like, I want to say between January and April-ish.
Okay, so not like October 31st or anything. I thought maybe
No,
some weird Halloween shit or something.
no, not October.
Oh, dude. Okay, man.
That's some creepy shit.
That's creepy, dude.
You're in for the running of call.
As soon as he sent me this video, I'm like, oh.
That's some creepy
Gotta call
ass
it,
shit.
It
Now,
was
let me
wild.
ask you something. Like our caller of the year last year, did you, well, she wasn't caller of the year. Did you guys go home and have sex? Because apparently when you see cryptids and weird stuff.
We did. We went to the hotel and had sex.
Okay, perfect.
High five.
So apparently, if you're not and you're in a loveless relationship, find a cryptid or some weird forest serial killer, and you'll get laid right after. That's what we've learned from Broken Sim so far. Find death, get near death, get laid. That's what we're learning, dude. That's creepy.
Oh, yeah, look, dude. Here you can see his hand's not in the steering wheel. Do you see right there, Sam?
Yeah.
The hand is up, like, next to his chest. Do you see? Like, the hand. I think that's the hand right there. It's not in the steering wheel.
It's definitely not in the steering wheel.
We saw it slither like a snake, dude.
Oh,
like it literally, the hand looked like a snake raising up to the wheel. And I was like, whoa.
What the fuck?
And now,
Do you think that's why all the other cars left? They're like, let's get the fuck out of here.
I mean, maybe.
Hey, man, well, what about that last car? Fuck them. Let's go.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're right, Johnny. There is no hand there.
And what's going on with, it's hard to tell from the videos, but it looks like the head is kind of wrapped in something.
It looks like a sweatshirt.
Got like a beanie on, I think.
Yeah. Could you make out a face? We're having trouble making out a face in these. Could you make
No,
out?
I didn't.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't. When I walked by it, the hair stood up, and I used my peripheral to look. I had something on me. I could have pulled it, but my instinct was to put hands on that. what I had on me. I don't know if I should say it.
No, yeah, I mean, you're good, dude. It's South Carolina.
You're good, dude. You're good. We're good.
Yeah, I put my hand on my gun.
I mean, you're on a trail. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
With our people in California are not going to go out there to South Carolina and try to get you. Don't worry about it.
I hope they don't. We don't like a lot of California.
We don't like them here either.
I hope.
We don't like who?
The government here. I was just talking. He was kind of worried about talking about our fucking shitty government.
Yeah, we live in a shitty government, shitty place, shitty area.
They're just lowering those prices down.
Well, Tim, dude, that was great, man. Anything else that you didn't cover from that weird experience?
Okay. No, man. That was it.
That was crazy,
stuff,
buddy.
Man.
Thanks,
that
brother.
Was
Thanks
really
for calling.
crazy.
No, I really enjoyed
Thanks for
that.
calling
I love
in.
shit like that.
You have a hot wife. Congratulations, buddy. You're killing it. You're killing it.
Please don't share my number with anybody, by the way.
Share his number with everybody.
Do not. Please do
Let
not.
everybody put it on the local Craigslist. Go if you're having problems or you're looking for hot action, hit up this number.
I'm not going to do that.
If you're looking for a hot ass, hit this number up.
Dude.
Bye,
thanks so much, man. Bye.
Later, guys.
Bye, bro. Bye.
Bye.
How weird is that?
That's totally weird.
It's really
That's
strange.
so weird.
I love it when they have pictures to support it because so many of these things are just stories, But when somebody's got photos, as soon as I heard that voicemail, he's like, I got pictures, I can send them to you. And I was like, okay, calling this guy right now. Let's get this sorted out. All right. This guy's got a theory.
Guys,
tell me what you think about this.
Love the show. I don't have an urban legend, but I do have what I think is a psyop. I want to talk about Karens. I think our society is trying to weed out any public dissension, and Karens are on the forefront of fighting back, like in the day-to-day life. If that behavior, quote unquote, can be discouraged and rooted out of society, don't the global elites win? So what I'm just wondering, are Karens kind of like the female version of the get off my lawn guy? So now we have a male and a female archetype that we mock. They're not bad people. I know it's annoying. They're both very annoying. But aren't they? They're kind of trying to make things better in the long run.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my thought on that.
What do you think about that, Sam?
I think there could be something to that. I do believe like the whole thing with arresting that guy in the subway after he rear-naked choked that guy. That's trying to convince people not to defend themselves. So there is something to it. I will also say this, that the reason Karens are so shocking is because for the longest time, and like Johnny, you're kind of at the end of this, but I was right in the middle where there was really, the internet didn't exist. Oh, at least not even in the way it exists now, right? So like the only time you got information was from the news. So if you wanted to see a clip, it was from television. And television at some point
I remember that. Yeah.
Did studies that said that women are part of 70% of every purchase. They make 70% of every purchase, or 70% of all purchases are done by women. So they didn't want to piss women off. So they kind of protected women by not doing stories about them being crazies and all that stuff and focus more on guys being. So I think women, for the most part, were protected from stories of being how crazy they are. And then I think the Karen stories are a result of the internet being more powerful than the news. That's my opinion.
Okay, I buy that.
That's just what I believe. What do I know? But for the longest time, you could not do a story on women and white women in particular because they were such a big part of all purchases. So you didn't want to piss them off. So if the news ran a story going, white women are psychos, right? Mm-hmm. Most women would turn off the news. And then all those advertisers never got to advertise. So why would they advertise with your news agency? So they had to kind of massage the message and curtail it. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yes.
For women. So how do you do that? Guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Dads are nuts. Husbands are idiots. That's kind of how you do that.
I buy it. Okay. It's funny. I remember you were talking about pre-internet. I remember taking my VHS tapes and recording nudity off of HBO when I was like 12, 13, early jerking off days. And that was because it was so hard to get any kind of nudity off the internet. It'd take forever to load a picture. I had a tape that I just recorded.
Just think of-
I remember Tandy Newton, the hot black chick from Westworld, you know? You know what I'm talking about? She was in this movie in the 90s with John Bon Jovi, where she had her tits out. I had that. I had The Players Club with Bernie Mac and Jamie Foxx. There was a lot of nudity in that. Yeah, those are my go-tos.
Well, Johnny, also think about this. Think about how valuable a tit was back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
How valuable cleavage was. How valuable butt crack was. Now it's just they've just ruined themselves.
Oh, it's everywhere now. Yeah, dude. Well, my mom has been digitizing old VHS tapes, so I'm worried that somewhere around the house is my old nudity from HBO VHS tape, and that she's gonna send it off.
Good for your mom. I hope she finds all the interracial porn you've been posting.
I'm really worried.
I hope so.
That's a genuine concern, by the way.
I get it. I respect
I'm
that.
waiting for it. I got like the St. Valentine's Day Massacre from
I respect
WWE,
that.
and right
I
next to that is.
I respect that. Totally.
Johnny, Sam.
That's how you know Sam's not listening, by the way, when he starts going, I respect that. I respect
I
that.
am listening, Johnny.
Woodard, Texas, man. I'm such a huge fan of y'all's, and I had to call in with one of these urban legends because I got a great one for you. Now, it's one that you've probably heard before to an extent, but this one has a personal twist to it that's pretty eerie. So in Grapevine, Texas, which is in between Dallas and Fort Worth, just a little north and west of the big DFW airport there's a little town there, Grapevine. And they used to have their own Gravity Hill. And, of course, you know with the Gravity Hill story, the family gets out to push the stalled car, and the car somehow ends up rolling over the children and the mother or whoever. And then from that point on, whenever you park your car at the beginning of the hill and you put it in neutral, you know, your car will get pushed up the hill. So this story had that same type of promise, I guess you'd say. And in high school, I think this was 1998, me and some friends decided to go out there and give it a try in my dark blue Jeep Cherokee. This would have been about 1998. And we pull up to the edge of the hill, and we just sit there, and we roll down the windows because we want to make it super spooky because it was out in the country back then. Nothing happens. So we sit there, and we try again. We go up the hill, we come back down, we go up, we come back down. Nothing happens. I was a big metalhead back in high school, and just on a whim, I thought, hey, man, what would happen if we played some, like, dark, satanic music or something, right? So I put in a tape, 1998, of King Diamond.
Oh, snaps! King Diamond!
Sam, maybe you have. Start playing King Diamond music. The Jeep starts rolling up the hill. Now, we're all freaking out. Guys and girls are all in this Jeep. We're all freaking out and screaming and losing our minds. We get to the top of the hill, and the Jeep stops. So we go back and we do it again and again and again. It just keeps doing it. But when I turned off the King Diamond music, we stopped going up the hill. It was pretty wild. So we're all freaking out. We're loving life. We're having a ball. We drive down the road a little bit to a 7-Eleven. We stop. We get out. We're giddy. We're talking 1,000 miles per hour about what was happening. And one of the girls goes to let another one of the guys that was sitting in the back in the hatch out. She goes to open up the hatch and she screams. We all go run around there, and there's little tiny handprints all over the back of the Jeep. We'd had an ice storm the week before in DFW area. They put down this like white sand, so it really contrasts on the blue Jeep.
So that's interesting because the Gravity Hill thing is explainable as an optical illusion. I've seen it explained, and we have one in my hometown, and I kind of tested it, and it is explainable as an optical illusion. But what I think could be happening is that they've actually manifested this thing into something that has physical effects in the world. You know what I mean?
Also, is it possible that some places are optical illusions and some places have, sad little kids pushing things? I would cry.
Maybe.
I cry. I want to go see my kids. I got to go.
We're at hour 15. You're no such luck. Maybe, Sam, but it's the same story everywhere with little variations. It seems unlikely that so many little kids just died at every intersection in every community. I don't know. But that's my thought is maybe it's possible that this is actually something that we've manifested into an actual presence at some of these intersections. Isn't that strange?
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, you're talking about like an egregore?
Yeah, well, yeah, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
By the way, a little breaking news here. Elon Musk has just tweeted that Twitter Blue verified subscribers can now upload 2-hour videos up to 8 gigabytes.
Oh, it's begun!
There it is right there.
So It has begun.
2 hours, up to 8 gigabytes. Let's do it. We're uploading episodes as much as we can.
Let's go.
Let's get tinfoil on Twitter.
Let's go,
Let's do this,
bro.
Dude. Let's do it.
Good for Elon Musk, man.
I'm
as
so
evil
stoked.
as he is.
That's worth the subscription, by the way, right there.
Brother, listen to me, man. Honestly, to be able to edit your tweets is worth the subscription to me.
Yeah. But 2-hour videos, I mean, shit.
Oh, let's get real, dude. Let's get real.
Let's see how it works. All right, here's one more call, and then we'll move along.
So
sorry. I know we got so many calls this week, and apologies if we didn't get to yours.
Well, by the way, that's a great call. That should be up for Call of the Year.
Absolutely. Mark,
so what's that called? Tiny hands.
Tiny hands.
Tiny hands in the snow. Gravity Hill.
What up, my favorite podcasting duo?
Thank you.
What's up, dude?
It's your boy Kristen from the Valley.
Oh, this guy's calling from here.
Johnny wanted to hear our paranormal story, so I thought I'd give you guys some of mine.
Some
My
what?
family. So
Paranormal stories.
Okay.
my dad and my grandpa together own about a block of apartment complexes and one main house, which my dad uses to stay in, and then the other buildings, the apartments, he rents them out to people. And then there's a garden, about like half an acre garden, probably a little bit more, in the middle of all that. And the only way in there's only one door to go in and out to that garden. And a lot of my family, almost everyone in my family, has some type of experience there. And like my first experience there was, it was me and my brother. This was 2006. No, I was 6 years old, so this was like 2002, 1. My grandma had just passed away the year before, and we could have sworn we heard her voice in there. And then, we fucking booked it, man. We took off running, got scared. We were kids. And then, an uncle of mine, my dad's brother, said he was in there at the garden, watering. And again, so around the garden, it's like surrounded by apartment complexes and stuff, and then like rooftops of the apartments, of the buildings. And the only way to get into those rooftops is through the main door, which my dad only had. The main house has access to all the rooftops, and my dad's the only one who has keys to that house, so nobody literally has access to get up there.
Oh shit!
And then my uncle was in there watering. And he said he described a white lady in a black dress crawling on all fours on the rooftops around the garden.
No,
yeah,
thank
crazy
you.
shit, man. And then my grandpa said he one time was in there too doing some work, seen a man walk in, told the man, like, hey, what are you doing? You can't be in here. You got to get out. The dude walked into the garden, and then we have a little like garage structure in the corner of it, far corner. Dude walks straight to the garage, goes inside. My grandpa follows him, goes inside, and there's nobody in there.
Damn, dude.
And then there's a lot more stories, but so some people who used to rent out one of the apartment buildings, this building has the window. It's the only window that can look into the garden. A little small, like portion, one less than half of the garden you can see through that.
All right, he gets cut off here. But this is the last
Sorry,
story.
it's kind of interesting. It all right there, but I was just getting to the last part. The people that used to stay in the apartment where you can see into the garden, they would report to my dad at night. They would see a flame, like a fire burning underneath some tree that we have there.
Isn't that weird?
And my dad would check in the day. There's no ashes, no signs of anything that was burnt. My dad thought, maybe that means there's money, so he'd dig up and
That's great.
Spent hours digging up around there, never found
Isn't that
anything.
funny?
Personally, I believe that flame represents a portal or something, dude, because there's so much activity that I can go on and on about, other experiences, but again, I couldn't even say the first fucking 3 in the first.
This is in the
so.
valley, dude. You want to pop up
What's
there
up,
and
you
check it
guys,
out?
and,
No.
Peace out. And Sam, when you coming back to the valley, bro?
Yo, I'm about to do that. They keep asking me to do that really weird rabbit hole place I went where you do stand up on top.
It's called the rabbit hole. Right?
Yeah. And it's where Titzilla was. You remember the story?
Oh, yeah, I
Titzilla?
remember that story, yeah.
Yeah, they want me to return there. All right, Johnny.
That's it for the call. We got a lot of calls and a lot of good ones, but
Okay. Real
they're
quick,
just hard to get to.
do we have any 5-star reviews?
Let's save those up for now. We just did those last week. We'll save them up for another. I do have one thing I want to show you real quick though.
All right, then I gotta tell you something.
Amazon bought do you ever go to the ArcLight Theater in Culver City? It's in downtown Culver City. It was a nice theater, and they went out of business when ArcLight went out of business. Amazon bought it, and they bought it just to do screenings there. Basically, they're gonna they've continued to run it as a theater, and they installed like the latest technology that they only have in like Abu Dhabi. The screens are incredible. They're not.
Where's this?
In Culver City, downtown Culver City. They're not projectors. It's actual TV screens. It's
Okay.
called micro LED,
Okay.
and they're incredible. But because it's Amazon, in the lobby, they have installed this hologram person that is just, it's just a sign of the dystopian future that awaits us. I just want to show this to you here. So if you look all you gotta do is turn to the right when you go in the lobby of the Culver Theater, it's called.
Oh, yeah.
And there's this woman right here, and she just looks at she'll look at you eventually and like wave at you and call out to you like, hey, come over here, come see this. And dude, in person, it is so striking. It seems like a woman in a box. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I looked up the company here, and what they ideally will do is put this box in like in a clothing store, in a mall. And eventually what this is going to be is what I was thinking. Imagine this compared with AI. Like Minority Report style.
Yeah.
So it's a person, maybe it's even you.
Yeah.
In this box. Like, hey, dude, you got this jacket last week. What do you think about these shoes, huh?
Oh, my God.
Because it's going to, paired with face recognition and AI.
Be like, look how good you look in this.
It's going to know who you are.
Yeah. It's going to know who you are.
But that's the most benign version. Think about the predatory version of it, though. They got it outside like Hollywood Park Casino, and they're like, hey, dude, heard you busted out. Want to take out that second mortgage and get back to the tables, you know?
Oh, yeah, dude, for sure.
This is where the shit's
heading,
bro.
How about fucking strip bars? You'll be You'll be just walking by, be like, "Hey, Sam, we know what you were jerking off to last night. You're with your girlfriend." I'm like, "I don't know what she's talking about. We know what you've been doing, huh?"
Red light district. Dude.
Oh yeah,
they just put them in the windows of.
Dude, we do butt stuff. Let's go.
And it's not even going to be real women. Eventually, it's going to be like those real dolls, just with AI in their head. Oh, we're heading for a dark future, dude.
Yeah, there's gonna be a dark future where there's no future. No one will have kids anymore.
Wait until the homeless people find out about this and they just start going in there and jerking off on this thing.
This guy.
Anyway, you look at her. It's just trapped in that box.
I was
forever.
at the. This will lead into my story, Johnny.
So
I was
weird.
at the mall.
You went to the mall.
I went. I like going to the mall.
What mall did you go to, Sam?
Now the mall during the week is like zombie apocalypse. Nobody's in these malls.
Yeah.
But on the weekends, it's just going nuts. And if you go to the right mall, it's like they're always like, malls are dying. I'm like, malls aren't dying.
Not in LA. They're not.
They're dying they're dying during the week. On the weekends, they make all their money because women go dress there like it's a nightclub.
Dude. Oh, yeah,
right?
forget about it, yeah.
We went to the Westfield Mall in
Century City?
No.
The outdoor mall?
We went to the one in the Valley.
Oh, okay.
Ghost is really easy to deal with. She's super smart. She talks like a 5-year-old. She's really super advanced.
Mm-hmm.
Ninja is her own human being.
Right.
She does not follow your rules. She does not care, and she will run for hours. Like, just run. To the point where people see me chasing her thinking, is this guy kidnapping this kid? That's what they think, right?
Is it time to get one of those strings that you can like attach to your kid?
Dana's
like
been talking about locking down Ninja.
Just so she doesn't run away from you, you know?
It's possible. It's possible. It might happen. She loves to run, and right now Daddy can keep up with her.
You can or cannot?
I can.
Okay.
But you just keep waiting for her to stop, and she's like, "No, I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna go live on my own."
Hey man, she's
so
ready.
we were walking around, and I decided I wanted a new hat. Now I didn't get this hat. Now I'm an idiot.
Like that.
I'm an idiot because I forgot I'm going to the Dodger game in 3 days after this, and I'm
you already been to the Dodger game at this point, right?
at this year. No,
Now? Well, when is
no,
it?
this
3 days from now?
No, I already from when we recorded or when the story happened.
Right now, when did you?
From today when we recorded, I'd already been at the Dodger game.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay.
My friend Bennett invited me.
I remember you saying that, right?
And so
Howie said you don't need a ticket, so.
Yeah, well, Howie Dewey, who is an idiot savant, heavy on the idiot, okay, was telling me, you don't need a ticket. You just tell them where you're supposed to be.
That's so dumb. He was convinced, too. He was like, nah,
Dude,
Sam,
I'm
you just
telling
show
you,
up.
they
You
don't
need a
care.
ticket."
It's like, you don't even know L.A. Like, you don't even know. They don't put up with anything in Los Angeles.
He was like, I do it all the time. I just show
It's
up.
like Los Angeles. Like, I just did something today with influencers. They were very nice, but, you know.
You did something with influencers?
Yeah.
What were you doing with influencers?
I just did something where it was, can a dad pick out the drunken high person?
Okay, all right.
And I'm not going to tell you how it goes.
Are you the dad or the
I'm
drunken
the
high
dad.
person? Okay.
And
that's
these
good.
guys were all like early 20s.
What did you do that for? What was that?
My buddy Zane, who I'm doing the fight show
Yeah.
with, asked me to come down and do it.
That's funny. Okay.
It was fun. It was
That's
a
good
good
idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
It's fun. I get that. And like, dude, I'm just teeing off on these guys, and I feel so bad, but everyone's laughing.
Did you get it right? I wonder.
Well, you tune in, find out.
That's what I want to know.
Tune in, find out. I don't know when it's gonna be out, but it should be
Tune in
funny.
and find out. No idea when to tune in or how to find
Yeah,
out. but-
well, I'll link it. Look at my new Twitter where I've also uploaded content as well. So yeah, I did this influencer thing, right? So, and it's just like, you know, the reality is it's called Cam Boys. They're called Cam Boys. Can you look it up?
What? Cam boys? I think I'm going to get something I
No.
I
I thought the same thing. This is a bunch of like fucking a bunch of weird gay things, but it's called the Cam Boys. And they got a YouTube channel, and they all look like.
Oh, it's these people?
Yeah, go down. Yeah, this is what I did.
Grandma ranks 5 guys.
Yeah, and they're all like, there's all these different. There's 15. There's.
I love these thumbnails. It's so silly.
This is what you do. This is how you do. This is how you. But that's Cam Boys.
This is influence.
And it's brand new. And yeah, there's literally a collection of 18 friends.
We should just. That's
5 guys, 1 gay. Like I did. Can a dad guess who's high on drugs? And they
5 straight men, 1 secret game. What is this?
Yeah.
Dude?
But like,
wait until this gets that one when they start
Look at this
running. When they start running out of ideas, and it's eventually like, who's the Jew?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at this dude.
So anyway, so I'm in the mall with my daughters. I'm getting a new hat because Johnny, is there a way to clean hats?
Not if
I
if
feel
you're
like
talking
they just want you to
sweat
get a
and
new
stuff,
hat.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like my hats get dirty because I do this a lot.
Oh, you get it's all your dead skin cells.
Yeah,
and
just
shit,
it gets
like oil
dirty.
and
So
stuff.
every so often I have to grab a new hat. And then like I think I'm gonna give away my old hats in these mystery boxes.
Who the shit wants your old grimy ass
I
hat?
don't know, man. Some people might want it.
Yeah, just put your garbage in there too. Might as well, right?
That's rude. I was gonna give away my underwear.
That's not a prize.
I'm known for my LA hats. Some people might want them. Listen,
Yeah, I get if you
be
autographed
honest.
if you autographed it. Yeah, I
If
guess
you
so.
got a mystery box had one of my old hats in it, would you want it or would you not?
If it was signed, I could see somebody.
I'll
wanting
sign
that.
them.
Yeah,
Worn on the show.
yeah. Not your underwear though.
No underwear.
thanks.
That was a joke.
No
I wouldn't
underwear.
give anybody my underwear. I just think even hot chick underwear. Who wants that? So
Whatever.
Johnny, I go to
Tremendous.
Lids. And I'll be honest with you, Lids was the people working there was like 3 guys, and it was a crazy house.
Crazy house.
It was crazy.
Oh, just what? It
It was nuts.
Yeah, they're always really small lids. Too,
And
like
it was
narrow.
not. It was packed. So Johnny, as you know, I make observations. Some of them along the lines of ethnic. Okay. And I've always said that the Chinese army, the Chinese
yeah.
army,
No, the Army. Go ahead.
I've always said, Johnny, that the Chinese army doesn't scare me because they're all autistic. Okay.
Yes, it's fully retarded what you just said, but go ahead.
What?
It makes no sense.
Okay.
Go on.
So, I mean, when you get off on a plane,
They have guns. They're
The Asians are always trying to get off quicker than everybody else.
Yeah, and they will try to shoot you quicker than everybody
Okay.
else. That will be their arm.
And I love Asians, are great people. They're wonderful. They're very smart. They're good looking. They know karate. I love them, okay? But they don't know how to get off an airplane. And I don't care. You can yell at me all you want. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
They don't understand social norms. Not everyone, just some particular ones, and those are the autistic ones.
I've noticed that too. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Doesn't mean they're lesser or more than anybody else.
The worst is the mall in Glendale.
Yeah, well, this isn't Glendale. This is the Valley. We're talking like Woodland Hills area.
Like people just walking right down the middle of the aisle. You know,
Here's the craziest. I'm talking to a guy. I'm looking for a specific hat number, which is 7 5/8.
Yeah,
that's the hat.
You like fitted hats, yeah.
That fit me the best. Now,
do you prefer a fitted hat or a snapback? Because I like snapbacks.
I'm either one.
Okay.
But here's what's interesting. This looks like it's a snap, but it's a fitted because of the mesh.
Oh, it's a summer hat. Yeah.
Yeah. When usually the mesh is there, it means that it's
a summer hat.
It's a snap, right? But this one's fitted, so I'm getting it. I'm sitting there talking to a guy. We're doing it. Dude, hand to God, this Asian woman with her Asian mom walks right up to the guy.
What do you mean? Right
as we're talking. So you and I are right here talking. Asian woman walks up right here, boxes me out, goes, "Do you have this?" What? And then Dana doesn't put up with anything.
Yeah.
It's like, "Excuse me, we're still talking." And then Dana goes, "Get your hand out of my purse."
What?
I look over. Dana's accusing the grandma or the mother of putting her hand in her purse. She goes, "Sam, her hand was in my purse." I go, "What?"
No shit.
I go, "What?" And she goes, "I don't know what you're talking about." And I'm like, "Oh, you guys running some shit right now, bro?"
Yeah, dude, distract you with the big presentation and then slip away.
Try to
with the
pull
wallet.
something out of a wallet.
What happened?
I just tried to diffuse the situation.
Dana seemed if you go off half cocked.
Dana can go 0 to felony very quickly.
Huh.
Okay, and then I'm trying not to cause a race riot in Woodland Hills.
Maybe they heard your story
And
on
dude,
Broken Sim last week where you cut in front of that Asian couple at the airport and they were getting revenge. It could be.
I didn't cut in front of any Asian couple.
Yeah, you said it was an old bumbling Asian couple that you were trying to get your bag checked in really fast and you cut to the front of the line.
Yeah, but I cut after them. They were there and they left, and I stepped in like I was their adopted white child.
I thought you said behind
like I'm
them
a
was
round
this couple
eye.
that wasn't paying attention, Asian couple, and that you cut in front of them.
Bam! I just got, but I know it was an Asian type. I think it was. I don't even know the story
Anyway,
though.
this could be the revenge for that. The fallout.
Maybe they heard through their underground network.
That's right. Yeah.
Get these guys. They're picturing me, and then they saw me with Dana, and they're like, "Get her wallet."
And a bunch of you and a bunch of guys who look kind of similar to you got just terrorized.
And there's a
this week
lot
by
of
Asians.
this in the Valley. Beard, flat brim, glasses, for sure. So I had to diffuse. A race riot that was about to break out between the Asians and the Jews. Okay, it was about to go hard in the paint. I had to talk it down. Coolest guy in the room, guy who works there. He must have to deal with crazies every day, and his whole thing is lion taming. He's just lion taming people. Simba, up, down, sit, calm. I'll check you out. We'll get you in. You want a bag? You don't want a bag. Get you in, get you out. So speaking of bags, my friend Bennett is he's a really good friend of mine, and he every once in a while his company will get a box at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you mentioned him. Yeah.
So these boxes, and I would love to do this one time with all of us, is you can get one box, one game for 40 people.
Damn.
Right?
Is it those boxes where
see how much a box costs at Dodger Stadium?
Well, it depends. It's going to depend on where it is. Is it you mean those boxes where you can sit like at those tall seats? Is it that kind of thing?
No, it's like up where they have like Jumbotron's television. You watch the game, watch other games.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. It says Dodger Stadium suites range from $4,500 to $15,600. So it depends on what kind of, based on the matchup, the location, the type of seating option, and the services requested. So.
What's it starting at?
45.
4,500?
Yes.
For how many?
It depends. It just says it's got a whole range. Here.
Ooh, interesting. Anyway, so we go there, and this is funny. So you go through, and it's like basically a museum of all this like stuff from Dodgers history, and they'll give you like, when you go there, they'll hand you like a booklet of all who's playing all that stuff, but they'll have
the program,
the programs. They'll have like the cover of old programs, and you go back, like the programs used to cost 20 cents, 50 cents, $1. Who knows how much they are now, right? So, anyways, we go in there, and this is a long story. It goes, but it's kind of my life. So we're running late because we're coming from the Valley to Dodger Stadium. We got in a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be honest with you. But we get in, we're running late. We park our car.
Though. If you don't know, it's the worst getting into Dodger.
We're in Lot K, which means we go all the way around, right? We get parked, we come in, we're about to go through. They're like, you can't bring that bag in. We're like, why? We're going to this thing. You can't bring that bag in.
Oh, yeah.
And of course,
they're very strict. Yeah.
Of course, Dana wants to scorch the earth.
It's got to be a small, clear bag for the Dodger Stadium.
She wants to go nuts, yell at everybody. And I'm like, everyone's doing their job. They're not making the rules.
Funny, I feel like that happened with her before, too.
Always. Every time. Every time.
So funny.
So we got to go buy a bag. I buy a clear bag. She throws her stuff. I got to run the bag back because Dana's got knocky knees. She's not going to be able to run it back.
I've done that before.
Daddy's got to run it back, put it in the car, come back. We go and she's got a clear bag. We're walking around. She has to pick what she wants to keep, what she doesn't want to keep. We go through. I got to take my hat off because apparently I could have an 8-ball or something.
It's a big hat. It's a big hat.
I have to take my hat off so they see I'm a gentleman. I got tipped the top of the morning to you, right? So we go through. You ask where everybody is. Nobody works there knows where anything is. Where is this suite? Nobody knows. You know why, Johnny? Because all of our information, our brains are overloaded with information that we've gotten from this.
Yeah.
Right? It's too much. Our heads are over full.
Yeah. Wait till Neuralink, dude. Then you can just have it all right there, right away. The whole internet in your brain.
Okay.
Program.
So then we go in there. Anyways, long story short, because this is my life. There's a lot of people there. All the seats are taken. I find a stool on the side. I bring the stool to the side to sit down. What? Yeah. Ben's there. He's great. Ben's talking to us. They're like, hey, all the food's free. The food's free. The drinks are free.
Nice.
Bennett's like, hey, the dessert cart just showed up. And dog, I'm all about cheesecake, okay?
Oh, me too. I love cheesecake.
Dude, my greatest thing ever was, and they got rid of it. I don't know why, but the Cheesecake Factory used to have a lemon cheesecake with raspberry tops. The greatest thing you'll ever eat in your life.
It's not my jam, but
it's
I
the
love
best.
cheesecake.
So I'm like, Dana's clutching her bag. I'm like, set the bag down. We'll go get stuff. She's like, I'm not leaving this bag. I go, look around, Dana. Everybody here is from a high-scale business.
Yeah. What is it? What do you call it? High-value people?
They're high-value people.
Yeah.
Dana, I hate to tell you, look around. I go, we're the biggest scumbags here. They should be clutching their shit because of us, right? Nobody here's going to steal your fucking clear bag full of trinkets you brought in here, your Jew trinkets. Like, leave it there.
Nobody wants your stubs from the Morongo Casino.
Yeah, nobody wants that. You won a penny off the slots at Morongo. And that's kind of how it is. Like, no matter where I go, that bad area of town is wherever I stand. That's where I am. That's where some weird stuff's going to go down. That's where some shady stuff is going to happen.
And Peanuts, right?
I'm a walking crime wave. That's really what's going on.
It's like that Citizen Alert you talked about last week.
Yeah.
It's like, what did you say? It's a guy jerking off in the bathroom. That was so funny.
Did you cut that up?
15 feet away, there's a guy jerking off in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I sent that to him last night, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it, Johnny. Can we get in some news or we got more stuff? Because I got to go. I really do got to go. I know you guys love when I say that. I really have to go.
Yeah, he's really got to go.
I do really got to go.
Well, we got a few things. I wanted to, you tweeted this, and I just really, boy, they're really fucking over RFK Jr.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
you shared that. So Crystal Ball, she's on that show Breaking Points with that other guy.
So they all came from the Hill, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So they were part of the group that was in the Hill, and then they were replaced with Kim Iverson, and then Kim Iverson was replaced by the white guy with blonde hair and the black chick. I think that's who's on there now, right? So these guys were before that. They've gone off on their own. They've been on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah, they've been all over.
And like she's super like there's times that they're on the right side of stuff, but there's also times that they 100%. 100%, and it's her, not him. He's more right. I agree with him a lot, but she is 100% wrong on a lot of things, and I feel like this is one of them.
And I'm not even sure she's wrong about it as much as she got told to do something here.
You think?
I have a strong feeling that this is a systematic thing to kind of kneecap him. Because the way she does this hit and run questioning, this is one of my real pet peeves for journalists and people who interview others, is when they ask questions and then let the person respond. And then when the person responds, they're like, you know what? I don't have all the data in front of me, so we got to move on, you know?
Yeah.
I hated that about Jon Stewart.
Yeah,
Jon Stewart would be like, I'm just a comedian. What do I know? Whenever it got really hot.
I just follow puppets.
Yeah, exactly. And I hated that. And she kind of does the equivalent of that here for her.
So let me ask you about vaccines. This is an
Even the
area
way
where
she
you
brings
and
it
I
up.
have significant differences. And, you know, just to level with you on this, like, a lot of what you say I really respond to. I think you're a very genuine person, but the across the board,
here's the button.
Whether you want to call it vaccine skepticism or anti-vax advocacy, which has been a central part of what you've been up to for the past number of years. For me personally, it's an issue, and it's a real sort of red line. And I know I'm not alone in that, especially running in a Democratic primary. There are going to be other millions of people like me who have similar concerns. So how do you win them over? What's your message to people who think like I do?
Well, but just tell me where you think I got it.
Stop. That's what's going to hurt him is that voice.
Oh, I texted you that like last week.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's what's
voice.
going to hurt. It's uncomfortable to listen to.
It sounds like he's in pain. Yeah. And apparently it's just it's a thing where he has spasms of his vocal fold, like the vocal cords. They're spasming in his, but
by the way, in a weird way, knowing his family's history, do you think that saves him?
Maybe from being too threatening to, maybe so.
Yeah,
maybe.
It allows him to say stuff, and they're like, nobody was going to listen to that.
It's funny because I like him.
I like him.
Like for somebody on that side.
He reminds me very much in a weird way of me and my arguments with almost all the women in my life about vaccines.
For somebody on the blue side, though, he's okay for me. Like,
you draw a correlation between the rise of things like autism and the introduction of vaccines when there isn't hard scientific evidence tying those things together.
How do you know? Let me ask you this. How do you know there's not hard scientific evidence?
Well, because the one major study that purported to show that.
And we're sorry, everybody. We had to speed this up.
Is retracted.
Oh, you want me to?
No, that's not what she's saying is not true.
Well, he says that. I mean,
you know, had to
what you're doing now,
basically fraudulently created. Listen,
no.
Hold on.
You're right.
And she's doing this thing. She asks questions, doesn't let him respond.
No, I don't want to get in a debate with you about this because you spent your life pulling out this study. I will tell you. Let me just tell you.
Hundreds and hundreds.
Let me just tell you. I've listened to hours of interviews with you with an open mind, and I'm not persuaded. Now, maybe I'm wrong. That's possible. I'll hold it out there. People can watch it.
Listen to me. This is what makes women amazing. And what also makes women just dangerous is they get emotionally attached to a narrative because they think it's helping. Because they look at women are so in tune with their bodies, right? Because let's face it, they go through a physical change that men don't. And from a very early age, they're very in tune with their body. Like women have zero problems with going to the doctor for anything, where men are like, I'm just gonna work through this. Like with jiu-jitsu right now, right? My shoulders hurt, my legs are dead. I have dead legs. You know what I'm like? Just get through it. Just get through it. But a lot of women, and not all women, and when I talk about, I'm not talking about all the good ones, or I don't even think I don't think Crystal as a woman is a bad thing, and I don't think she's being told to say something. I think she generally...
I might.
Really?
Maybe.
Okay. I could be wrong, because I just know a lot of people like her that aren't on anybody's tip that say the exact same
There's
thing.
Just something about the way she's doing it, though.
She is regurgitating the exact lines that they say. because what they've read is an article saying it's been disproven. It's been the whole study has been thrown out. That all they have to do is write that. And because we're loving people and we're trusting people, because we wouldn't write something that's false, right?
Yeah.
We believe this person wouldn't write something that's false. And we've discussed that on Tinfoil Hat. They don't care. There's no blowback from lying in an article. None.
And there are no rules when you're on that side, when you have those goals.
There's no consequences. So go on.
Megyn Kelly did a phenomenal interview with you that went through all these claims piece by piece by piece. I really encourage people to watch that whole exchange because we won't be able to do it justice here in the 5 minutes we have left. But there are going to be people like me who aren't persuaded and who see this as an issue. And the fact that it's been such a central part of your advocacy means I can't just sort of put it to the side and say, oh, well, I'll just ignore, this piece that's been really important to you in your life. So you're running in a Democratic primary. You have a lot of people who feel even more strongly than me who think that, Dr. Fauci is a hero and all of these things. How are you going to persuade them? How are you going to reach them? And what
Stop. How can you be on a newscast and you're an indie, like this show's somewhat indie, right?
Yeah, it's meant to be, yeah. Although they do it just like a big news show. Yeah.
Which is fine.
It's like the Morning Joe of YouTube, yeah.
Which I'm fine with. Like, dude, there's so many. We have people on now all the time that they're making docs that are so shiny.
Oh, they're slick. Yeah,
they're so good. They're like, wow, I love that. That's fine. That's fine. But how can you be in a position with is that her name, Crystal Ball?
Crystal Ball, yeah.
I mean, how can you be named Crystal Ball and not see what's happening here?
Dude, that's part of the reason I think it might be like a whole setup because, Crystal Ball is really her name.
Yeah,
right,
and it's just like there's so much data out there that is telling you that Fauci is not here. And for you to give any lip service to that destroys all your credit. Now, Dave Smith came out and talked about this as well, and he thinks this is going to haunt her for the rest of her career.
It should. Good.
What she's saying. So keep going.
Message to them.
Well, first of all, I'm not leading with, my opinions about vaccines. What I say to people is show me where I got it wrong. Show me where I got my science wrong. I've written books about this. I wrote a book about a link between thimerosal and autism that has, I think, 450 distilled scientific studies that confirm and validate that hypothesis. And 1,400 references. And if I got something wrong, show me where it is.
But I think people have shown you where things are wrong, but you don't want to hear it. Because I've seen, numerous fact checks. Dr. Vinay Prasad, who we, really respect on the COVID vaccine. He went through your interview with All In. He did a fact check. I mean, it's not.
And then I did a fact check of Vinay, and you should read that.
I will take a look at it. But I don't think that it's fair to say nobody has ever pointed out anything that's been wrong.
Well, here's what
Stop. Go back.
Okay.
This is the most nope, not that much, just a tiny, tiny bit to her face. Watch
I will take a
keep it going.
Got it. But I don't think that it's fair to say nobody has ever pointed out anything that's been wrong.
Well,
stop. Did you see that? Did you see that face?
This right here.
Yes, that face is this. Now I'm on your side. That she is doing the work of others.
Yeah.
That face is a poker face. That's like a swarmy smile look. The many blinkings means I don't actually believe what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm on your side now. Like that to me is snarky.
For sure. Yeah.
It's snarky. And what she's doing is a giant disservice. And I don't know if we could talk about this on YouTube, all this stuff.
We'll find out. They've been more liberal with us lately. We'll see. They've been showing us the fewer people, but they've been more lenient with the monetization.
I just don't get it. I don't get you guys. I don't get what we have to do. I mean, we play by the rules. I mean, dude, I look back like a month ago, we're getting like 50% more views. And now, like, what do we do? I mean, like, we play by the rules
and all
here.
I hear from people is like, dude, I'm not getting the alerts, So if, I don't know. You subscribe, youtube.com/Sam Tripoli.
What you should do, man, is go look at samtripoli.com and see if a new video's up. If you have to watch on YouTube, I get it.
Hit the bell icon, though. That'll, for some of you, you might get an alert if you do
Just
that.
always go to samtripoli.com. When you see a new episode up every Monday.
Yeah, we're moving to Monday.
We're moving the Monday drops. Every Monday. For most of the time, if not all the time, unless we're not able to do a podcast, there will be a new episode every Monday. What time would you say?
It's always in the morning.
So by let's say 10 a.m.
That'll be the audio. Well, audio usually goes up like 5 a.m. West Coast, like 8 a.m. East Coast. Then the video's a little bit later.
Keep going.
All right.
Well, here's what people complain about what I say. And again, I'm not leading on this issue, so people can either take it or leave it. But if you want to, what you just said about me, that I'm sort of hard-headed and stubborn and just won't give in, you're wrong about that. If somebody shows me where I'm wrong, I'm going to correct it. And, we have probably the most robust fact-checking operation now in North America. I have 350 PhD scientists and MD physicians on, CHD's advisory board, including until recently Luc Montagnier won the Nobel Prize for discovering the HIV virus.
What's his incentive for bullshitting any of this? I just don't. He has no incentive.
It's it's like, and I love Joe Rogan, but he said that about conspiracy theorists too. It's like these people, they're putting out this information back in the day, and back when when Joe was more on the not necessarily on the other side, but more along this of like why would the mainstream media lie and all that stuff, right? So why
would a guy who's got that last name, Kennedy, why would he wade into these waters unless he really believes?
Well, I mean, there were times where he was anti-vax and he was pro climate change, But it's like when I go to Rogan, like I look at what Rogan has gotten data. Data says, hey man, this is what's really going on. You have to allow people a little bit of room to change their mind. And I've said this about Elon Musk. Now, Elon Musk isn't 100% pure. You'll never find anybody that high up that is. It's just the way it is. Stop waiting for knights in shining armor. You have to be honest. So for him, it's like, what do you get out of this? But what does the other side get out of this? What does Crystal Ball get out of this?
I think she gets a career.
She has a career. Advertisers want to advertise with her, right? Like she literally said, by you talking about this won't sit well with the party that you're running for. So why would he do it?
Exactly. Unless he believed it. Unless he had good evidence. Anyway, it ends, it's a long video. It ends with her saying, like, I just don't want to get bogged down into this. We'll just take
You brought it up.
We'll take your information and put it in the notes.
No, you brought it up.
And they really, they really kind of sideswipe him here. I call that hit and run journalism, where you just kind of throw questions at a guy and don't give him a chance to have a proper answer. Shameful. Shame on you, Crystal Ball. That's pathetic. You've embarrassed yourself.
Yeah. All right. So Johnny.
Okay, so we got a message from a listener. I just want to read this.
I gotta
to you.
go.
Remember, I told you about.
I gotta go 4 minutes.
4 minutes. You said you were leaving at 3. That's 18 minutes.
No, I gotta leave. I said I had to leave at 2:30.
2:30.
Yeah, I said that I had to leave at 2:30.
We had a text, and I said 3 o'clock should be fine, right?
Nope. I said I had to leave by 2:30.
You never said that.
Are you gonna make me have to look this up? Is that what you're gonna do, Johnny? 12:30.
I said, what time do you think you need
I
to
have
leave?
to be in the valley by 3:30.
Yeah,
okay?
that's all you said. And I
no,
said,
there's
and then
no
look,
way
but
I'm gonna
look
be
what happened after that. I said, what time do you think you need to leave? 3? And then I was like,
didn't say anything.
Yeah, because you don't read text messages.
Yeah, so I have to leave in 8 minutes.
So we got David. Oh, we're at 2:04. That's like pathetic.
You're pathetic.
No, this show's going to be too short. Okay, so remember we told that story about David Copperfield, who he was getting mugged and he did a magic trick to fool the robbers.
Yeah.
Remember, well, a listener of ours, I'm just going to read you a message I got from a listener. That story stuck with me over the years, and I never forgot it for some reason. And when I heard you mention it on Broken Sim, recently I saw a cop while I was smoking weed walking my dog. I knew he was coming for me, so I palmed the joint and casually walked toward my car. The cop drove up and told me to stop and put the dog in my car. I knew I had 1 second to pull off a Copperfield move, which was to grab my dog's collar with my right hand while flicking the joint behind me in one set move. I knew the cop he could only look at one hand at a time, my dominant hand. To make a long story short, he cuffed me and spent 20 minutes looking for the weed 100 feet away where he saw me originally, but it was actually right in front of him. Thanks to David Copperfield and that story from years ago, I avoided being arrested by a sleight of hand technique inspired by Copperfield's attempted mugging. Thought you might like that story.
Are you in legal trouble? Are you getting in trouble with the law? Guess what? Broken Sim gives the best legal advice that you shouldn't listen to unless you're really desperate and you need a Hail Mary pass. But listen to Broken Sim and you too can run magic tricks on law enforcement. Broken Sim, helping fucking shady people get out of trouble.
Okay, we'll do the news now. Did you see that it turns out, if you're to believe this Variety story and a number of other sources, that Tucker Carlson got fired as part of the agreement with Dominion? The word is that Tucker Carlson and Fox News and Dominion, when they made their agreement, the settlement, they had a verbal agreement that part of that was to fire Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think that's possible.
And we should say, he wasn't a big part of this. Like, they're just doing that, according to this Variety story, just to kneecap Fox News, to hurt Fox News.
Well, I'm Johnny. I've always talked about this, and I will continue to tell you, is like Tucker Carlson was reaching both sides of the aisle.
Yeah.
Like, they did studies that more Democrats listen to Tucker than listen to MSNBC. And it goes back to my whole theory about like why they got rid of Jon Stewart, and because when something gets too powerful that isn't what they want, they destroy it. So now Tucker Carlson's gone. They've lost what 50-60% of their viewers, right?
Oh yeah, it was
so
way down.
so what, you know, and this is what they talked about with Game of Thrones, that it was the last cultural event for society together,
where we're all together. Yeah.
And it's almost like the elites announced that, hey guys, watch this because it's the last time we're going to all watch something together. And what's preceded after that, the death of television, the moving to stream. So the same thing happened with Fox News. Fox News was the only thing that like what, 10 million people were watching.
Yeah.
In a country of 360 million, 10 million people watching scared them.
I believe that. Yeah,
now
sure.
the question is, if they have to figure out ways to get rid of things where it doesn't look like they've done it, the elites, right? Like, it's like you can blame it on Dominion. So I'm sure they got a whole think tank put together about how to fix the Joe Rogan problem they got, right? Like, this guy's getting way more views than any of our stuff. How are we going to do something? And then where Joe Rogan is a shell. Okay. I just know the guy. Talk to the guy behind closed doors all the time. If you're asking me, he's not. I could be wrong.
Do you think the Spotify agreement was an attempt to sideline him? Maybe they thought people wouldn't follow him over to Spotify.
It's possible. Get him off YouTube.
Yeah.
Now
Seems
he's
like
just
people
doing
did,
clips.
Seems like people did follow him.
100%. That's why I think his next deal will be for $1 billion.
Yeah, you said that. That's, you know, it's funny to me that there's this. If you go to a certain part of Twitter and like you get around a certain type of person, Rogan is like scum of the earth. Like, a certain kind of woman talks about, like, I remember my buddy sent me a screenshot, guy from back home, of this woman on Tinder that he was swiping, and part of the things that people she would never talk to, if you listen to Joe Rogan Experience, swipe left.
So imagine doing that. Imagine doing that. Like, what are you doing to your dating pool by saying to men, straight? From what I can tell, you want a straight man who provides, protects, and just humps like a machine.
Yeah.
Guess what they listen to? That demographic, Joe Rogan.
Good luck. Yeah.
Right? That's what they listen to. So it's like, good luck on destroy. That's like a guy going, okay, if you're a girl, all right, and you love music festivals, listen to murder podcasts, and just love taking pictures of you and putting them on Instagram. Swipe left.
Yeah.
Swipe left. It's like you're getting rid of everybody.
Some people just hate Rogan, and it's clear to me they've never listened to the guy.
Yeah, and they just don't understand it. It just represents an archetype that they have been brainwashed to hate.
Yeah.
Right? It's just the way it is. Like, and it's hilarious because when the other side does that, and they do it a lot, right? Where it's like if they don't like something, like, oh, you're a bigot, you're a fascist, you're all that. You just hate someone for just hating it. But then they openly do it.
All the time.
Right?
Yeah, generalization, all that shit. So Henry Kissinger somehow has turned 100. I thought you were supposed to only live
I don't
longer.
understand how somebody that fat and evil can make that.
Yeah, so two things that were funny about this. The Economist did this story. Look at the headline here. Henry Kissinger explains how to avoid World War III.
By the way, guys, look at where his pants are.
Yeah, they're up by his tits. Dude.
His pants are up by his tits, bro.
It's crazy. I tweeted next week from The Economist, get your shit together with this advice from Britney Spears.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what are they talking about? Henry Kissinger giving us advice?
By the way, Sebastian's halfway there. Have you seen Sebastian?
Is
he
wearing
loves to jack his pants
really?
up.
That's funny.
He loves to jack his pants up.
Sunday morning sent Ted Koppel's old ass in to interview Kissinger.
He may be the.
And he tries to
It
pin
won't
Kissinger down on Cambodia, like saying, hey, man, you know, some people say you're a war criminal and we shouldn't even be interviewing you because of your role in Cambodia. And Kissinger does not like it, dude.
Critics were not even alive when the events they condemn occurred. There are people at our broadcast who are questioning the legitimacy of even doing an interview with you. They feel that strongly about what they consider, I'll put it in language they would use, your criminality.
That's a reflection of their ignorance. It wasn't.
Stop.
He's so arrogant.
Now will you play the Emperor from Star Wars and see if they have the exact same voice?
In time, you will call.
Now play Kissinger.
Conceived that way, wasn't conducted that way.
Look, there is no question when you and President Nixon conceived of the bombing of Cambodia, you did it in order to interdict.
Come on. We have been bombing with drones and all kinds of weapons every guerrilla unit that we were opposing. It's been the same in every administration of either party.
The consequences in Cambodia were particularly...
No.
I love that his excuse is what about what everybody else does.
Yeah, I love that. You think this is Ted Koppel going, I could finally take him? If fight broke out, I could beat the shit out of Henry Kissinger?
Yeah, finally.
Right?
Finally. It's so weird. I mean, he just... Watch him.
This is a program you're doing because I'm going to be 100 years old.
Right.
And you're picking a topic of something that happened 60 years ago. You have to know that it was a necessary step. Now the younger generation feels that if they can raise their emotions, they don't have to think. If they think, they won't ask that question.
Well, stop.
He's so arrogant.
Do you know why he got the Nobel Peace Prize? Because China was on the brink of starvation because Mao killed everybody, right? And he stepped in and he begins the building up of China into what it is today, which is trying to destroy America. Right?
His big worry, by the way, now is AI. That's what he's focused on.
Yeah, I love this guy's worried about
AI.
Hey, Henry Kissinger, you're worried about AI? Show me how to upload to Instagram first. Show me how to do that. Can you show me how to upload to Instagram? Show me how to tweet first, and then I'll listen to you on AI.
All right, almost done here.
I gotta go.
Did you see? Tell me. I just
Bye.
want to know if you believe this. So there's this
I
story
don't.
from Business Insider that came out. Amid feud with Putin, Wagner, mercenary leader, offered Ukrainians the locations of invading troops in exchange for sparing his for-hire army, leaked documents reveal. So, you know, there's this guy who runs that mercenary group for Russia, and they're saying that he got so pissed off with Putin, I guess he was like not supporting them and they weren't getting the money they were owed, that he offered the Ukrainians troop positions of the Russian army in exchange for just passing them by, basically not fighting. Isn't that interesting? So that's either extreme propaganda.
I believe that's what it is.
The guy's denied it, by the way.
Of course. They're trying to do
I mean,
dissent.
what's he going to say?
They're trying to give dissent to the army. They have no chance, dude.
In an apparent escalation of Yevgeny Prigozhin's public feud with Vladimir Putin over his for-hire army, the leader says that they claim that the leader offered to sell out the locations of Russian troops in exchange for mercy on the battlefield from the Ukrainian army. Anyway, I just wanted to hit that. We'll end, I guess, with this. I had a lot more, but we can end with this Elon video you shared.
How do you make a choice? You don't see, I mean, in terms of when you're going to engage. I mean, for example, even today, Elon, you tweeted this thing about George Soros. Well, I'm looking for it because I want to make sure I quote it properly. But, I mean, you know what you wrote. But you basically...
I said it reminds me of Magneto's. It's like, calm down, people. This is not like made a case out of it.
You also you said he wants to erode the very fabric of civilization, and Soros hates humanity. Like, when you do something like that, do you
I think that's true. That's my opinion.
Okay, but why share it?
I love him.
Why share it? Especially because,
Can't help but love the guy.
I love
why
that
share
fact.
it
That
when
should be a
people
meme
who buy
right
Teslas
there.
may not agree
Isn't
with
that
you?
a Trump move? Remember Trump got...
totally, yeah. That like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, obviously.
What? Like, look at that.
Hold on,
That's
here
a
it is.
face, Billy.
Why share it when people who buy Teslas may not agree with you? Advertisers on Twitter may not agree with you. Why not just say, hey, I think this. You can tell me. We can talk about it over there. You can tell your friends. But why share it widely?
I mean, this is freedom of speech. I'm allowed to say what I want.
You absolutely are. But I'm trying to understand why you do, because you have to know it's got a...
Stop. So this is like, and then I would go, then explain to me why these companies are doing advertisement promotions, which are being met with complete and utter disdain, yet they keep doing it. You love trans, you love gays, you love interracial couples. That's fine. I don't care. Your customers don't seem to enjoy those in your ads, yet you still do that.
That's offensive to a lot of people.
How is that opposite? How is that not exactly what you're telling me to not do?
Totally.
Right? I mean, it's like this literally thing called woke is doing what you're yelling at me about or yelling at him about.
Yeah. I'm
It
enjoying
puts you
every
in the middle of the partisan divide in the country. It makes you a lightning rod for criticism. I mean, do you like that?
By the way, can we just say this is something that Trump has mastered, like you said, and Elon. The power of not caring is ultimate. Like, if you don't care what this guy says to you or what he can do to you, it's ultimate power. It's freedom. It's pure freedom.
I have an old saying, like, in the land of the shiny objects, no one likes a guy who stomps around steel-toe boots on, right? Just kicking down everything and not giving a shit. That's really what it is, dude. All these shiny, bright objects, smash, right? That's what he's doing. Listen, the fear of cancel culture is its huge power. Now, once Joe Rogan got to a place where they took the M word, did a 4-minute thing on him, and by the way, that video didn't come from the left. That came from the right.
And that was the culmination. You've forgotten, or you didn't mention it, but you told me a long time before any of that they were kind of rolling their way up to Rogan. They were getting all the people around him, slowly sniping them, and they did. And then it culminated with them trying to take Rogan. And it
started with Rogan, right? And then that video first came. That video made 2 rounds of cancellation.
Oh, really?
So the first round it came out, nothing happened. That's when they started taking out his soldiers.
Yeah.
And then it culminated with the M-word video again, the second time. And it's, you remember the people
when he did the Spotify deal. It was the second
and
time,
you
right?
remember when that company was like, we found this video. You didn't find it. It was out there.
Yeah, that's so funny. You shared this too, and this Nick Fuentes thing. What do we think about this guy? Because he's got...
Here's what it is about Nick.
Look, can we just play this?
I want to drink it straight from the tap. I want it raw. I don't want to wait a moment.
He's talking about
right when the
women.
milk is good, I
Girls.
want to start drinking the milk. Same thing goes with women.
Stop.
I don't want to turn...
Stop it. Listen, I can separate Nick's intelligence from his message. Now, I will tell you, if you sat down and actually wrote down everything that Nick says in terms of like all these things that are being passed, all these movements are going, I bet you if you did real deep dives on them, you find that most of them, if not all of them, are true, right? And these are what we're calling dangerous facts, right? That people get very nervous about what he's saying. But if you listen to him on Alex Jones, you listen to him on Tim Pool, he is spitting out facts, okay? He's just spitting out facts.
Though, my thought is that, is he allowed to say all that, or is he saying all that because he's also saying shit like this, which is that he wants, when he's 30, to get a 16-year-old bride because that's when the milk is fresh.
Well, he's a virgin at what age?
I don't know. 20 something.
I'm sorry, that's very questionable. He's
24. He's 24.
He's 24, and he's a virgin. And does he seem like he doesn't have any confidence? Does Nick
30
Fuentes
and find some 29-year-old woman that I have something in common with, and it's like, hey, properly aged like wine. Women don't age like wine, they age like milk. They don't age like wine. That's not how their hormones work. That's not how they work. Yeah, I gotta find my 16-year-old wife.
See, stop.
That's
so when he says it like that, that is, I'm saying something really edgy. Look at this edgy thing I'm saying that he knows they're going to clip up and put everywhere.
Is that to spoil? Do you think, though, it's possible that is said to spoil the actual message, the good things he says, the smart things he said?
I don't know if they're
like the things you were talking about. That if
I don't know if they're good. Like they're facts. Right. Are facts good or bad? They could be scary.
Well, the things that have virtue, I guess, that he says, which he does say some things that have real virtue. He's saying
things that get most people banished to the netherworlds, right? Like,
do you think there's a strategy here, like a greater strategy at play? With
him? I mean, some people do believe he's controlled opposition. I don't know. It's possible.
Do you think he has a strategy though? When he's...
Oh yeah, his strategy is I'm going to say the edgiest things possible. That's why I'm like so edgy.
Kind of box yourself in the
corner.
That,
I mean, so you're a conservative, right? You're coming off as a conservative Christian, okay? Like that group seems to be anti-pedophile right now, right?
Yeah.
So and then you're like, I'm gonna get a 16-year-old, right? That to me sounds like you're saying edgy things to be shared around because that's a strategy. All you have to do is say the edgiest shit, and somebody passes around. They hate share it. They like, can you believe he's saying this is so awesome? He's not afraid to say these things.
Yeah.
So that's it. And I think he's gay.
Last story. Professor at Texas A&M.
And the reason I think he's gay is because you're 24, high profile, and you're making
women
money.
Are throwing it at him for
like
sure.
You should. I mean, it's like I call it the AC Green effect, right? We talked about AC Green.
He could be lying
about being a virgin.
No.
Who?
I don't remember that. Are you talking about that? I'm saying I don't remember you talking about
that. Well,
that.
AC Green won his entire NBA career as a virgin. He's like, I couldn't meet a nice woman because he was super religious. But he played in LA, Phoenix, Dallas, and Miami, and you couldn't find a good Christian woman in any of those cities?
Yeah, LA, I get, but
Phoenix?
Yeah, come on.
Dallas? Miami?
Yeah.
Come on.
So here's our last AI scary story. Professor flunks all his students after ChatGPT falsely claims it wrote their papers. At Texas A&M University, seniors who had already graduated were denied their diplomas because an instructor incorrectly used AI software to detect cheating. So he asked ChatGPT if his class was cheating using ChatGPT, and it was like, yeah, these guys are all cheating, and he failed all of them. They didn't get their diplomas.
Isn't that a great example of how intelligent people are dumb? Like this guy is super duper intelligent. He is not smart, and it gets back to this whole thing where science is God. Like, because this guy
said it must be true.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it has to be true. ChatGPT wouldn't lie.
Johnny, I sent you a video the other day. 2 things I want to play. 2 things.
Okay.
I want you to play the Kevin Garnett.
Oh yeah, okay, I saw that
thing real quick.
I'll play this while I'm looking up the Kevin. I gotta send it to myself.
You are fucking you bloody bastard bitch. Fuck you. Bloody fuck you, bloody fucking mother, bloody fuck bitch. Bloody fuck you fucking bloody bastard. Benchwood, bloody. You blunder.
No, but why?
Bloody no.
Why?
Bloody fucking
accident. Then what you wanna do?
Why you fuck me? I fuck you, bloody. Bloody bastard. Fucking running like lady, eh? Bloody. What the fuck, man? Fucking now shout at me, innit? Why are you shouting at me?
Because I am going to the work. If you don't do, you do to other places.
Why are you shouting?
Because of this, you are doing. I don't know. You are doing like this. I think you are going to accident.
No, shouting at me no good, man. Me no shout at you.
But the thing is that, what you think if you do like this one, you are going at work and somebody else.
But that
like
one,
this.
if you running like that one, you gonna fucking fall.
Now it's obvious English isn't their first
No,
language.
why aren't they talking
Why
the
aren't
other
they
language?
talking in the other language?
One must be like Hindi and the other
Oh,
one's,
yeah.
some other, like, something, I don't know. Which one did you want? The biker guy or the...
Okay, so I want to end on this.
Okay, so
because
we'll go
this is a
cagey.
feel-good thing. So, Johnny, listen to how Kevin Garnett says he would cover Jokic. Real quick.
Okay.
If I'm having a guard Joker right now, bro, the first thing I'm finna do, I'm finna initiate the fight early. Soon as you take it out and you're trailing, man, I'm waiting on you. I'm at the free throw line at that end waiting on you. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bump you a little bit. We're gonna run up together. I'm gonna bump you a little bit. I'm gonna be able to smell your cologne, your hairspray. I'm gonna be able to smell I'm gonna bump you a little bit. By the time we get to the three-point line, I'm gonna run back because I got some responsibilities. As you go in the pick and roll, boom, we're gonna go in the pick and roll together. I'm gonna walk you there. Hey, go, I'm calling, hey, go under us. The guard gonna come under. If I gotta show, I'm gonna show early. But I'm not. I gotta switch it up. Next time I come down, I may let him run. Give him some, but five, take one. Like,
it's okay.
You cannot give him the same thing, because guess what he's doing? Joker's so smart, he letting you come down, he letting you initiate. He's like a counterpuncher. He letting you swing for boom, bam, then he adjusted. So in that, either you gotta mix it up, initiate, and then on the offensive
I
end,
love Kevin Garnett. By the way, Johnny, stop
I'm
it.
see how good of shape you are.
By the way, this is the part
if I'm
that
having a
wouldn't apply
guard,
to you, the last part here.
By the way, Johnny, just so you know, that's how I played Comedy League basketball, okay?
Except for the last part where he said, I'm going to see how in shape you are and run you to death. That was not you.
No, I ran.
Oh, you did really? Okay.
Sometimes I'd show up on coke, okay, trying to play basketball. But, you know.
Wait, what's that like? Is that,
It's
is that a bad
awful.
experience?
It's awful. Your
Kind of
nose
a-
is clogged. You're trying to keep up. Me, dude, I used to hit, but dude, Brett Morin would come around the corner on the baseline and I would ring his bell. And he'd be like, what the fuck? And I'd be like, no layups, dog. No lay. I brought Big East basketball. Me and Adam Ray. And Adam Ray is a fucking great comic. And but he's a thick man, dog.
He's not tall though, is he?
I think I'd say he's about 5'11".
Is he really? Okay, all right.
But he's a thick man. Him and I used to bang, bro, down low, dude. We used to go at it. That's how I played basketball before I got too slow and lost my shot and I just left the league. Because Rick Glassman ruined the basketball league by bringing in ringers.
I love KG.
I love him. So we're going to end on this.
He would have been a great one.
This is a feel-good story. I love this story. I think it's cool. Okay. When I say practice abundance, this is what I mean.
Bicker gives...
Real quick, go to samtripoli.com for all my dates. I may do Mississippi. It's not looking good right now, but Louisiana's definitely on. So let's go.
Bicker gives trike bike. What is a bicker?
That's a biker. They spelled it wrong.
Biker gives trike bike a push up the hill on the freeway. All right, let's see what we got here.
I love it.
Oh, this is like somebody with one of those rickshaw kind of thing, right? Oh, I see. This guy on a motorcycle, if you're playing along at home, is helping this guy on a rickshaw go up this hill on this big bridge. And he's got like a bunch of shit on a little trailer behind the rickshaw.
I think that's so cool. That's abundance. That to me is abundance. All right, guys. We love you. We will see you soon. Thank you for tuning in to BS. Guys, give us a 5-star review. Share our content. It's going to be on Twitter soon, so sooner than later. All right, guys, we love you very much. Thank you for your support. Spread the word, and have a great week. Bye.
Pick up your guitar. Sing me a song. This was Groover's paradise. Now the Groover is gone. Was a cool little city, but time marches on.